Yeah, I got it. I send that to her.
Did I mute myself? Hello? What the fuck? Hey,
Hey,
shut
Tone,
the
I
fuck.
put you in the background, so you're
Okay.
muted. So I muted you.
Okay.
So
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Cool. Yeah.
You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and go on and go on and
Yeah.
What up, though?
What up, though?
Happy Monday.
I was getting ready to say what the fuck was going on there, niggas.
No, you wasn't.
This ain't no fucking happy goddamn Monday. Look at me, goddamn it. Look at me.
It is a happy Monday because I'm gonna tell you something. It could be way different.
You know what, Kiki? I always love your fucking opinions on shit. And you're right. It's been a long motherfucking day. First off, fuck you in them hospitals and them fucking hospital rows. Fuck y'all in them rows. Y'all need to do better. You work in the hospital, Kiki. I need you to use your motherfucking voice and do better. And tell these motherfuckers to do better. You know why? Because I was walking around, my ass was out. My ass was all cold. I can't turn the rope around the other way because my dick could be out. This is no win situation. Then
You know
the
what? The hospital
motherfucker gonna look at me and say, "Hey,
failed you.
what?"
The hospital failed you because here's a very simple solution for that. 2 gowns. You put one in the front and you put one in the back.
Well,
Boom.
something was not right. Because my ass was out. I felt all kind of fucking violated and shit. Then it wasn't even a female nurse. It was a male nurse. His hands was cold. Fuck you touching on me for. And they got these stupid things on my leg. You know the stupid things on your legs that motherfucking keep the blood clot? They gave me some random ones. These are some real snazzy ones I'm using right now. They all digital and shit. They real nice. Real nice. So this is the high-tech fucking ice machine that I have on my shoulder. It's an ice machine. The shit is very cold. But here's the fucking problem. They tell you to fucking ice, but you got a fucking pad on me, a motherfucking 3 inches thick. How the fuck the cold gonna get through?
So wait a
Look,
minute.
and then on top of that, you want to see some funny shit? Okay, hold that for a second. Hold that for a second. Look. No, face down. Look. Limp dick. Limp dick. Just like a limp old dick. Rolling as a motherfucker. Look at the size of my arm. I feel like fucking what's that fucking guy? Hellraiser with the big old dick arm. Just limp dick. Can't move the motherfucker worth of goddamn. That's the only thing I can do. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Limp dick. Damn. Talk about a hell of a day. Yes, I see her mouths are really wide. Are y'all there? Did y'all freeze?
No, that's really my face.
Oh, I froze. Oh, my bad. So hold on. So the arm is limp, right? But here's the thing. I can beat my meat and not feel nothing. I got no. They gave me one of those nerve blocks, so I have no feeling in my fucking arm. All that shit I was just doing, I have no fucking feeling. Now I'm only allowed to move the lower part of my arm below my elbow. I can't move the other part of my arm. I just can't do that shit. Will y'all shut the fuck up? Shut the fuck up. It's fucking Kayla's face. Oh no. Oh. So now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm talking about my limp dick. Look at the shit. Y'all niggas know how y'all dicks be sometimes. And I ain't the only one experiencing limp dick arm syndrome. That's why, I mean, that's just what it is. So, it's a nifty ice machine. You know what I mean? Why? Hey, Kiki, let me ask you a serious question, though. Why the fuck are they so cheap with this fucking drugs? Stop giving me hydrocodone, nigga. That gives me junkie itch. Bust out the real shit, bitch, because when this nerve block wears off, I'm going to be in some world of fucking hurt. This is all on Kiki. I should have went to Kiki's hospital. And Kiki be my goddamn nurse. You know what I mean? You should have been my nurse, Kiki. Just saying. Hey, Samantha, what's happening?
Hey.
Now I'm in need of your services.
Hey, I got you. Whenever you're ready. I need to put these on.
So, just get closer to the mic. Okay. I'm gonna introduce you in a second. I have questions since you put a pause. You put a pause on. So, number one, how long will it be before the nerve blocker wears off?
The nerve block, they said, wear off in 12 hours.
So
about
you have
12 hours. So like sometime tonight, by the middle of the night.
Ooh.
So what they told me to do is to take the narcotics.
Jump ahead.
Yeah, jump ahead, start taking the meds. So when that shit wears off, I'm covered. You know what I mean?
Out in front of it.
The bitch gave me, she told me to take some Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol, and they gave me some Motrin 600s.
Only 6?
Okay. That's what the fuck I said.
Okay, so listen. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so get out in front of it. but don't overdo it. Because I'm gonna tell you something.
What's up? What? Don't say it like that. You're making me nervous now. Hold on.
Because people have the expectation that you won't have no pain. You're gonna have some pain. And I don't want you to
I'm gonna have some pain.
I'm not done.
Okay, come on.
I want you to get rid of it. I don't want you to try to over medicate to try to combat that, because you're gonna have discomfort. There's gonna be some. You ain't gonna be totally pain free. 2, can you move your fingers?
Barely. Barely. They barely move.
You got that. I'm gonna tell you what happens to me. You got what happens to me when I fall asleep.
They want to see me move the lip dick again and see if I can move the fingers. Yeah, you need. Shut up. Just shut up. Grab the thing. Grab the thing. Grab the thing. You gotta turn it down. See. Now look. Yeah, I move my thumb a little bit.
Okay.
My rest of my.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm moving them a little bit. But that's it. To open my hand like that, I can't. Thank you.
You have what I have when I fall asleep on my arm. That shit happens to me at least once or twice a year. That is the worst feeling ever. So now you have to have super empathy and sympathy for those who can't move their limbs, correct?
Yes, I am. And if I see you and I know you can't move your limbs, it will never be a joke for me again, because I know what this shit feels like. Like, I'm touching my arm right now and I feel nothing.
Yes.
Go ahead, touch it.
You don't have the tinglies though, do you? You got
no.
Okay.
She said when I start feeling the tinglies, that means that nerve block is wearing the fuck off. You know what I mean? Strap up.
So you can
get ready for a ride. I know it's going to be some pain. Hey, what the fuck happened? You kicked me off?
Calm down. Calm down.
Oh, yeah. We're having a service announcement.
We ain't having nothing. Calm down. Calm down. Don't be so obvious. Calm down. Calm down, sir.
It's the drugs. Drugs, damn it.
So as you can see to my right, yes, you can see you. To my right and to my left,
I can see you, BJ. What's happening?
What's good?
In Tone's absence, we have 2 people that stood in the gap. We got 2 guests. We got over here to my left, we got
Samantha.
Oh, you got to talk to the mic. Microphone is what transmits your voice to the audience that ain't here.
My bad. Samantha.
Okay, and over here we got
Mr. Coleman,
AKA
KC,
AKA
Kenneth. Say it, nigga. Say it.
PJ,
BKA,
AKA,
also known as
excuse me,
Big Face and Captain K Man. All that.
Really?
Yes.
I was gonna just say Black Jesus.
Okay, and Hoochie Daddy. I forgot about that.
You forgot about the Hoochie Daddy.
I forgot about that. So,
yep.
Sir, you guys got something to say? Go ahead and say it. Say the shit. Not you. Yeah, since he's not here. Not you.
This shit is no joke. So, reality, all jokes aside, I've been walking around with a torn rotator cuff, and I had a torn tendon, whatever the fuck it is, and this arm was fucked up. I've masqueraded the pain for a long time, and today I finally got it fixed. Today was a long day, you know what I mean, for me, because I had surgery this morning at 7:30, and then by 2:00, I was watching my daughter walk across the stage and graduate, all in the same day.
Amen.
So I'm gonna tell you this much: so proud of that young girl. I'm so proud of Ariana. You know what I mean? But willpower is a motherfucker, Kiki. Willpower is a motherfucker, because, bruh, I felt like crap all day long. I just wanted to fucking chill, right? But I had to do this. It was mandatory. It was must. Your child is graduating, and no matter what the fuck you got going, I pride myself on being there for my kids regardless. So I had to be there. So I did it, and as I sat there, I'm in fucking pain. And this fucking nigga, these fucking these Hispanics are sitting behind me, right? And then so the way my son is sitting, we separated the chair between us because I didn't want nobody sitting up on top of his arm. And the motherfucker gonna put his feet up there.
Oh.
Wow.
So I was like, I think I said it loud enough. If you touch this fucking arm, this right arm is gonna throw your ass down these motherfucking stairs. You know what I mean? I meant that shit with every fiber of my fucking body. You see this big, because you know I don't have the brace on because I'm in the house. And as long as I'm in the house, I don't have to wear the brace, and I'm sitting in my chair. But before I go to sleep tonight, I have to put the shit back on.
Okay.
And if you ever see one of them rotator cuff braces, this is a big motherfucking thing that you gotta put on, right? But you see the shit. Why would you put your fucking feet up there, you fucking imbecile? Like, what kind of shit was that? What people just stupid? So I was smart before the graduation was letting out. We were getting down the stairs. I was still off the anesthesia, so I'm holding the rail so I don't fucking fall. It was just I had no business being there, but I had to be there. And the point is, willpower will make you do anything. In any situation you have going on, you will will yourself to do it. I willed myself to do it. Boom. I got it done. Now I came home. I'm in my bed right now. If you don't, fuck y'all. If you don't like it, this is my trusty bed for God knows.
You need to get a boyfriend pillow so you can lay down in your bed too.
No. See, with rotator cuff surgery, that was paused first off. What the fuck? Wait a minute. You know what I mean? Hold on. But no, seriously though, you know what I mean? Because rotator cuff surgery, you cannot lay down. You're not allowed to lay down in my bed at all. You have to stay in a recliner. I have to sleep like this because, you know what I mean? You don't want to do that and move. This arm cannot move at all. So they say the best sleep is recliner. So I got some good drugs. I got some weed over there. Okay. I got some weed. I got it from the dispensary. So we're going to see about some shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I need some nigga shit. Samantha got nigga shit. Samantha got that nigga shit. That nigga shit is going to put you out on your ass. So I'm going to smoke me one of these little motherfucking roll-ups tonight before I go to sleep.
What strain was it?
Huh?
What strain did you get?
What's that? Indica? Yeah. I got some indica to sleep.
That's
Totally. And the bitch gave me some sativa for the daytime. So I was like, because I need something for the pain too, motherfucker. And she was like, well, hold on. We'll give you some of the sativa. You know what I mean? And I tried it already. Let me tell you this. I tried it already. And I was mellow. I wasn't fucking tired. I was just mellow. I was like, yeah, I feel real good.
That really helps with like your anxiety and pain management. It doesn't really give you the sleepy feel.
That's okay. And I like that. I want that for the daytime. And then I got the good nigga knock your ass out shit for at night.
So I got a question about sativa because I don't smoke at all. I don't do that. Right. Is that the equivalent of Reggie? Like, do sativa give you munchies?
It can, yes.
It did. It gave me munchies. It gave my black ass for munchies.
If your anxiety or, whatever is preventing you from eating, and then, you're getting rid of that with the suppression of it from the sativa, then you'll be able to eat.
So what's the difference between sativa and indica? Let's just talk about that real quick.
Drug talk.
So,
yes. So sativa medicine talk, we got to change the narrative.
Because
it's not drugs.
They got medi talk.
Not drugs.
The doctor last
time. Unless you have rotator cuff surgery,
right.
Go full on.
They kept asking me at the doctor, like, do you do drugs? I'm like, no. How do you use marijuana? And they're like, but do you use drugs? And I'm like, no, I don't. I use medicinal.
The blue one.
With sativa, it's not really going to lay you down on the couch or make you tired or unproductive.
No, you want that. That's weed.
So people that have anxiety or pain management, or maybe they just need a little bit of something to get through the day, but they don't have time to be like blitz. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I smoke indica all day long because I have ADHD, so it helps regulate me where I would usually be high strung. Sativa actually gives me more energy, which I do not like because I have no. So I try to stay away from it, but a lot of people like hybrids too, or they'll mix them. But the indica is more medicative, and it'll put you to sleep faster.
And I'm gonna smoke that shit later.
Yeah, if you mix your ice cream is gonna be great.
If you mix it, you'll get the up and the down.
Yeah. So
I don't want that shit. I want one of the other. I don't want both. Like what the fuck?
But you won't be too high.
Okay. What you say, Tom?
I don't want both. I want one or the other. See, like right now, I just want to mellow. But later on, I'm gonna go get that fucking other shit, and I'll be like, you sitting here with drooling out my mouth. I'm trying to be out cold. I don't want to feel nothing.
You know what I wanted to say? Ain't nothing. You listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just trying to move my limp dick and get it comfortable.
Working from home.
Right. Please obey all your instructions. Do everything as instructed, because ain't nothing worse than having to go back to repair a rotator cuff. Ain't nothing worse than that.
I'm not doing that. So I do everything he said. What he said to do, I'm going to do. They say in 2 weeks, 2 weeks time, I can start physical therapy. You know what I mean? So I already got plans for that. You know what I mean? In 2 weeks time, next week I go back for post-op and they can look at my arm and see how it's fucking doing. But 2 weeks time, I'll be in physical therapy. And what I plan on doing before I go to physical therapy, either A, I'm going to get high as fuck and take some drugs. Then go to physical therapy, let them work this shit out, and I'm gonna be high as fuck, and I'll be okay. When I come back, I'm gonna get high as fuck again and take some more drugs.
Okay.
Because me in pain, yeah, and I already know I'm in for it, but hey.
I got a question for you, and I know you don't care, but no one will be standing in the hallway when you get back to work with a cut like this, will they?
What happened?
No one will be at your job. HR will not be knocking at your locker with a cut when you come back, will they?
And they will. What?
But how long are you off?
Oh, this is going to take me 4 to 6 months before I can go back to work.
Oh, you.
I'm off 4 to 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So I look. So this isn't one of those a couple week things where you just go back to work. You know what I mean? This is considered one of the surgeries, the most painful surgeries you can have.
Yeah.
Right. The only reason why I'm fucking happy-go-lucky right now is the nerve block. That's why I'm here and I'm able to do this, because of the nerve block. Yeah, I know this is going to be painful. I know this road is not going to be one easy road, but my determination.
Damn, and it's bike season, and you just put that little boom bop on your ride too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at his face.
See, nigga. This is why you can't be nice to Black Jesus. Black Jesus is the nigga. He's the nigga Jesus. He said that was some nigga shit. He didn't have to do that. He didn't do all that. This was the reason why I was in Myrtle. This is why I went to Myrtle. I've been invited to sound competitions, but you know what I mean? My bike will be toted there wherever I go. I'm not toting shit. You know what I mean? My bike will be in places that I can still boom bop with y'all. With the bike, I just can't ride that motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's just all it is. I mean, I knew what was most important was getting the surgery, riding around and all that shit, and being outside. I love it, but my health and this pain it's not worth it to keep going through all that shit. And besides, I made promises to get the shit done. So now it's done. So I'm going to be in and out. And you know what I mean? If you see me outside, you won't be able to probably get near me. You know what I mean? There's people going to be around me and protect this motherfucker like this. And if you do get near me and you touch my arm, don't feel bad if I stick you with something.
Jesus.
Wow.
This is a hand I will have I'm not playing. I'm going to have a sticker with me.
Ladies.
And you fucking touch this arm, I'm going to stick your fucking ass. You know what I mean? Simple as that.
Okay.
Simple as that. So, but you know,
as long as your stick is like outside, like don't be in me.
There's
nothing in me.
you have been
this
yo, if y'all missed Myrtle, y'all missed the white party. If y'all didn't see the white party, Kiki had them cheeks out, yo. Kiki had them cheeks out. Them fucking jeans didn't do shit. I wanted to let you know they didn't do shit. You could see her ass was out of them jeans. And niggas was all over Kiki too. That ass brought, that milkshake brought all them niggas to, not boys, niggas to the yard. Yes it did. There's video evidence too. Niggas was little horn dogs. Horn dogs. All up on my co-host like that. You sorry mother suckers. That's the only way. You know what? The only way they can get close to her. That's the only way they get close to her.
You see, I didn't move from that stage though, right?
No, she didn't. So here's the funny thing, right? Here's the funny thing. So the whole time, fucking Kiki's face is saying it all. These niggas are looking at her face, right?
I'm just turning around.
Huh?
They just turned around when they saw it was.
Nigga, they was looking at her face. Her whole face was like, she was a little creeped out. You gotta know Kiki's facial expressions. So she had a little creeped out look on her face. And niggas was still not like, yo, I'm not letting go. Like, nigga, she's not enjoying this. She really doesn't want you on her. Look at her face. Her body language, her posture was like, nigga, back off me. And Kiki is very nice. She's very sweet. She will not hurt your fucking feelings.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, listen, I hugged way more people than I wanted to hug, and two, somebody tried to stick their hands in the slits, and that's
it just listen.
Chill the fuck out.
People always do too much.
They do way too much. And then you got on white. So I don't really want your handprints. I don't really want your whatever. Or people's version of white tone. You see motherfuckers that wasn't wearing white?
Oh man.
Look,
Did you see off-white bone, stucco,
no,
eggshell?
it wasn't off-white. Let's be realistic. That shit wasn't off-white. That was some old-ass white that got dingy dirty, and they try to pass that shit off as off-white. Don't even try that shit, nigga. That's all that shit was. Sorry.
No OxyClean. And I think black tigers, I'm gonna say white tigers. I think black tigers should have stopped people at the door and gave out flags or gave out bleach or that pen or the Mr. Clean eraser, some shit.
No, you should have set their punk asses home.
The lights be on, so it kind of look matchy until we get outside and go to the bathroom. You be like, yo, you real live got on cream.
Once you get away from that blue light by the stage, it's a wrap.
That's it.
Then you have the nerve to go upstairs to take a picture in the off-white.
That's where you fucked up at.
It's on you.
Yo, and you know, Shada post some joints. So we're looking at your white outfits very carefully, and I can tell a dingy white shirt. Nigga.
You're not paying attention.
Some of you niggas fail to understand. Comprehension is not amongst for you. You don't understand shit. It says white party. You know what I mean? It didn't say off-white party. It didn't say dingy t-shirt party. It didn't say fucking dirty shirts or jeans party. It was white. Crisp white.
And then this, and just call me shallow if you will. You got people that wear the same outfit every year. You know what you're gonna wear. Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna wear the white bodysuit. I'm gonna wear the white, like if you have to put the in front of whatever the fuck you wearing, bro.
You're not Jackie O.
You got a whole year to get on Shein, Temu, Rainbow.
You know what
What's the other one? Fashion Nova.
City Trends. That shit gonna come on. You gonna buy it off-white.
Oh, wait.
It's already dirty.
Maybe
that's fact. Fact. Oh shit.
Do us a favor and yourself a favor, because you know Shada is in the building. Shout out to Top Shada is in the building. He's going to get your picture, and we're not going to care what year it's from, because we can pick anyone, and you look the same. Right?
Same shit. You got the same shit on. You got the same shit on. You should be embarrassed to yourself.
Now I'm all for recycling.
Now, Kiki, what you're gonna do is look, y'all. I got nothing but time on my hands now. So here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I got nothing but time. So now I'm going to scroll back from fucking White Week past, White Party past. And I'm going to look at some motherfuckers. And if I come across a picture of you and you wearing the same shit, I am going to post the shit because I got nothing else better to do. You know what I mean? And ask you why you ain't bought a new outfit for the White Party. I need to know. Don't let me go back to like 2017 and you still, boy.
It don't cost nothing.
You should post it. Which year was best?
Who wore it best? No.
Hey, you know the sad part about them same outfits? The size don't change, but the body size do.
Dude, yeah, what? Yo, PJ, I know you saw them. Ladies, fellas. Hold on, I'm not gonna bash the ladies here. No. Fellas, you too, niggas. Yeah. You know what I mean? Y'all need to understand. I get it. You got a dad bod. You got a little stomach. But wear something that's complimenting. Not hugging and tightening that shit. That shit don't look good. Ladies, if you have that, like he said, if you have that same outfit from like 2017, 2016, you know what I mean? 2015, 2014, and you still trying to pass, you gained a couple rolls, honey. There's parts of you that are hanging out that you can't tuck in. Doesn't look good. Everything ain't for everybody. If you saw your homegirl wearing it, don't try to put that shit on. It may not fit you right. It's okay. Stay in your lane. You know what I mean? You can be a big girl and be classy and sexy as fuck. You know what I mean? There was a few of them in there. Yeah. There were big girls, but they wore the shit out of an outfit, and I was like, damn, that's some sexy shit because they knew how to dress for their body.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. May I interject something?
Sure.
So here's the thing. This is good and bad shit, right? Good shit is this. It is 2024. Fashion Nova got stretchy shit. All the shit the young bitches and the small bitches can wear. Fashion Nova and all these places make them for big girls. Because it's a big girl time right now.
Curvy
section. Curvy fat. Was it Fashion Nova curvy? Yes. Yeah. It's a big girl time right now. Pretty little things like all these little people. I don't really like the shiny polyester-y something, which is why I like Fashion Nova, because they actually, the material that you get, you actually get.
Correct.
But if you go to other places, if it looks like a terry cloth, you're going to get polyester. It's going to shine.
Yeah.
It's going to have sheen. The print on the shirt, if you're bigger, if you stretch it, it will become less of that picture.
Right.
Number 2,
More of a speck or a blob.
Like a little kitty cat gonna turn to a cougar face.
For real.
Number 2, the men need to know that we are really checking for y'all in y'all white outfits, because men clean up well. We are checking for you in your outfits. So, sir, if you wore the outfit in 2016 and you gained about 30, we gonna know.
We know.
And we don't like you no more. And now we're not checking for you. So do yourself a favor so we can continue to check for you. Like, do that shit. And you know what? Do like women do, or me, because I'm women. Every January or December, I'll be like, you know what? Myrtle coming. Let me just slack off a little something, drink a little more water, do a little something. Every little bit works.
Fuck that. I'm just gonna buy a bigger size. I'm gonna buy a bigger size
today. I'm glad we're talking about this. We're gonna when we get into our topic section, which is very soon, we're gonna be getting into a couple of these things that people are afraid to talk about, and we're not. So you let me know when you're ready, Tone, and I can get into. I don't know if you're gonna stay on the whole time. I don't know, but I got questions. I got questions and shit. You ready?
Go ahead with your questions. Come on.
Okay, so we're gonna start out with some things that I witnessed over the weekend, and I have a male perspective and I have a female perspective. Question is, and the way I should have written it will not be the way I say it, so I might have to redo it, but just bear with me. Let me tell the story first. So this weekend, there was a young man that came in. You know, I know I work in a barbershop, right? Working in a salon. Okay. And we have sweet boys that come in, SWEEP, not sweet. Sweep. Boys who run our errands for us, boys who sweep the floor for us, boys who do clean the bathrooms, right. Little young boys to try to we won for
give them something to do.
Yes, yeah. And reason of mentorship to show them how to get in the job market. We try to be that preface there. You ain't really getting a check. They make good money now for young boys. We make good money. Yes. So it's Friday. Little boy come in, he said, yo, I want a job. Talk to the owner of the shop. Yo, Mr. Sonny, I want to get a job, blah, blah, blah. And of course, we say, well, we give you your little short interview. The little boy said what he want. He brought his cousin in. These 2 young black men. And I love to see that this is people who are getting out in front of stuff, right? And he said, we was like, well, yeah, like, okay. But he said, well, just tell me what I got to do. So we gave them a dry run. Let them work for an hour or 2. The sun is up in the sky. This Friday. Sun is up in the sky. We give him a dry run. And then he said, well, I want to start. So what we do, we say, well, here's our number. Have your parents to call us and we'll have a conversation. And if all goes well tonight, be here tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Right?
Right.
Okay.
The next day at 1 p.m., the mother comes in. You motherfucker. Look, kick the door in, waving the fofo. Y'all, my son is only 13. He is this and that and that. My son, am I yelling? My son is only 13.
Well, you're doing a great example of the mother. Keep going.
My son is 13. How dare y'all? This and that and the third, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, whoa, like we gave you the number. You were supposed to give us a call. We didn't tell a nigga. Well, we ain't tell him that, he was hot till we talk to you. Y'all dare y'all? Give me some numbers and blah, 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 blah. He ain't coming in this motherfucker. We knew that because it's 1 o'clock. We told him if he was okay, be here by 10. And we didn't talk to you. So we all understood that this little boy was not working. Now my question is, because as I speak to you and I tell you and I recant what she said, the little boy was right there in front of 12 barbers and clients and people. My question is, does any of that have any effect on how your children trust and talk to you as a boy and as a girl? And I'll let PJ answer first since it was a young man. How give me the down the road after you answer my question.
You mean as far as the communications between the son and the mother?
How could that negatively impact him? The fact that she did this,
what she did.
Yes, in front of all of us.
Well, let's start with the embarrassment.
Yes.
One,
mortification.
it's my mom, and I'm in front of a barbershop full of
You know how full our barbershop be. You know it.
Full of men.
Yes.
First of all, I don't care what age you are. As a man and as a boy, we always want a level of respect.
Okay.
We want honestly, we really want respect over love. Mm-hmm. And to have that situation where you walk in, you're trying to get a job, you're trying to better yourself. I think the communication was off. I'm pretty sure he didn't talk to his mom fully about what the scenario was going to be. And it might be a situation where he tried to talk to his mom, and sometimes it just goes on deaf ears. She hears what she wants to hear. The fact that she could have just called the number and said, no, he won't be working there. Mm-hmm. And she made a whole scene and tried to be the main character of the situation. It hurts the boy because now, like, he got emasculated by his own mother.
Yes.
And he wasn't trying to do nothing but better himself. So by that happening, it will affect him down the road. It will make him look at his mother different. I would look at my mother different if you do that. I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to make some money legit. I'm trying to, summertime is coming. We all try to get summer jobs. And the fact that she didn't look at that from that perspective, we all just try to get some jobs. So by her doing that, it probably hurt his confidence. Probably don't want to look into getting another job anytime soon. You probably don't want to show face at that barbershop no more. The embarrassment, it hurts in the long run. That's my overall perspective of that.
Okay, Samantha.
Just curious, did anyone ask the mother why she was so upset that her son was asked to work
there?
We
didn't get a word in edgewise.
She just came in,
kicking the door, waving the phone.
Well, for me, it would be embarrassing to begin with. I never had to deal with that. My mom, I always started working early too, but my mom never had a problem with it. So the only thing I could think is that she thought it was like a negative influence, and that's why she came in and flew off the handle. But it wasn't like it was a gang initiation or, someone asking you to run numbers or put in the parlays for someone down the street.
Take this package across the street.
But maybe that could have influenced what she thought, because a lot of people, if you don't work in a barbershop, which I have, so if you don't, though, you have a negative perception about what actually goes on in there.
Okay.
Or I don't know. I don't really know why she would do that.
Let me pause you.
It would be embarrassing.
Let me add this layer. Hold on, Tone, because I'm going to let you respond.
Go ahead.
Let me add this layer. The perception of me as a mother is that the mother knew that he was there. Like, kids do what they can. I don't know how he was going to finesse and work there and not tell her. I don't know, like you were saying, I don't know how that was going to work. But our perception is, because I've been there in this barbershop 17 years, and I have seen people sit in the parking lot and send their sons in and say, all right, now take this money to your barber, dap them up, tell them thank you, go inside. I don't want to go in and embarrass my son. My son need to be a man. Go in here, and this is where you get your haircut at. Go in here and talk to people and try to present yourself as workable. So our interpretation was that she was outside. We didn't know this little young man came in there and without her knowing. But then that's a problem for your household.
Correct. Did he get money the first day he worked?
No, because
he wasn't paid at all.
It was a dry run. No, and guess what? You don't get a check from the barbershop.
You get tips.
Yeah.
These little babies get $25 a week per person. 25, they work, a couple days, whatever. They get 20, whatever. 25, 30.
I gotta move the limp arm again. Hold on. I got something to say.
So,
it adds up.
Go ahead, Tom.
Right. Okay, first and foremost, she came in there waving the faux, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she was upset because her son was running errands in the barbershop or sweeping the floor or whatever, things of that means. Okay. I would rather my child in there doing that, learning something from older men that isn't in a negative atmosphere, right? Versus your son being in the street, running around shooting and robbing niggas, committing crimes and smoking weed. So I'm not understanding. You know what I mean? You can't help some niggas. Some niggas are just going to be niggas. You know what I mean? Or find something to argue about. You know what I mean? It was teaching the young man some work ethic that a lot of these young motherfuckers need to learn. They don't have, you know what I mean? So I don't see a problem with your dad. I see, you know what I mean? But at the same token, that's her child. If that's the way she chooses to raise her child, I understand that, because my mother was similar like that. I wanted to get a job and she denied me. It was like, no, You can't get a job. And I was like, but why? I want a job. She denied me for her own personal reasons. So I understand what that kid might be going through right now, and it was some bullshit. You know what I mean? You just what would you expect that child to do? Just sit at home and do nothing? I would rather be in a barbershop with like-minded individuals, like-minded men to help raise him to be a man. Maybe where's his daddy at? I don't know. I don't know if he has a daddy or not. But I know for me, hanging out in the barbershop with the older cats, man, I learned a lot of shit, man. I learned a lot of shit. And it wasn't negative street shit. It was some real life shit, like real life shit they have because they have real life conversations in there. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? This woman, don't be surprised if that little kid sneaks back to that barbershop to come hang out with y'all on the low, despite his mother. Don't be surprised. And don't shut him away if he do. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? Let his mama come in there and rant and rave. What the fuck you gonna do? Matter of fact, you can take that nigga out of this establishment, carry your ass somewhere. We have other patrons in here. They don't need to hear that shit or see you acting like that or being irate.
Right, overall, you disrespecting our business, my clients. You don't know
exactly.
You gotta have other clients in there, be like, this the foolishness that's going on up in here.
Yes, facts.
Hold on, y'all.
So to me, I felt like you might have whatever was alive in him to want to come in there, and you could see the enthusiasm. Like, we just do this, like the instruction from grown people for money.
He was excited to have it.
He was excited, and then you could see he's either gonna lie dormant. She either killed that. Like, to me, and today, I hate to use today's time. I hate to use that cliche term, but today, I'd rather him be in that barbershop doing what he want to do because he want to do it than sticking me up and carjacking me, because that's the age that they're doing it.
Facts. Yeah. She killed that motivation. Hopefully she didn't, but
I seen him die.
It's embarrassing.
I seen him die.
It is embarrassing as a young man. Once again, I repeat, we want respect. As a man in general, it's just how you are. We want respect, and it's levels to respect as far as your age go, as far as from your mother, from your peers, to your relationship to your father, to your uncles. We want some type of respect. We want to earn your respect. It's always about respect, and she disrespected the establishment in front of the son. She disrespected the son in front of the establishment, and it's a motivational killer. And to see your mother, this is when things happen in the long run. When you see your mother act like that, usually your mom is the first person as a woman that you try to use as an example of the women in the world. If you see your mother carrying on like this, she's the blueprint. Acting like this, disrespectful. God, she pops off like that. I know she pops off like that in the house, easily, because you're behind closed doors.
We're so good.
This is the type of example you setting for your son for the down the line, and it's unfortunately he gonna be another lost soul. Hopefully he can break that mold, but she's setting him up for failure.
So Nikisha said, absolutely, it will. Men in general have a hard time opening up. So a young man that can immediately affect him never being able to open up to anyone if you don't even open up to your mom. And
sorry, kid. Sorry to hear that.
I feel I don't have
I'm sorry. I'm just drinking some lemonade right now.
Don't make me flick your arm.
You know what? You can flick the motherfucker. Look, Keith. Look, hold on. Mr. Lipdick. I'm moving Lipdick. I'm beating my meat, but I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. It's just a flab right now. I'm beating my meat.
He goes.
So, do you have any input on this scenario really quickly? And feel free to call in if y'all.
I feel like what Mr. Coleman was saying was 100% right. I completely concur, and that's exactly how I feel. You don't do that shit, bitch. I mean, fucking on that bullshit. You know what I mean? Yo, by the way, man, let me tell you.
See, I have an
lemonade is the shit.
So it's always the other way for me.
Huh? Hey, you want some lemonade, Kiki?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
You got 30 minutes. You know that.
Yeah, lemonade with you. It's real good.
Tone, you got 30 minutes.
Huh?
It's gonna kick in. You got 30 minutes.
For the weed eliminator kicking, I'm drinking that right
he's
now.
drinking it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You might got 15 because
Oh,
you
it's not gonna be long.
Yeah. You wanna get off and go ahead and take care?
No.
Oh no, I'm chilling right now. I'm just listening to y'all. I'm gonna get off in a little while. Once I start to float off into fucking outer space, I'm just gonna chuck y'all deuces to get going.
Okay.
Oh yeah, those drinks are fire.
So go ahead, white man.
Okay.
His name is only white man today.
Yes.
His name is only white man today.
That's it. That's it.
Just how old was the mother? If you gotta visually, how you look? What?
30, maybe late 30s.
Okay, and the son is
Mid
13.
yeah, like 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Because she's
Didn't have that.
for some odd reason, I feel like with younger moms today with their 13-year-olds, I feel like they really won't allow them to grow up. I don't know why.
I don't think it stops at 13 in some families.
Yes. Well, what I'm saying is like for them, for the moms at that age today, I just feel like what Mr. Coleman was saying, it's just, I don't know. It's not overprotectiveness. It really isn't. It seems like she wants to dominate that kid's life for whatever reason. Yeah, and I just believe the fact that, like you said, it's disrespectful to not only to the establishment, to her own son, and from here on out, I do not know where that boy will be in the next 5 years. Because she will want him to go to college, based off of that attitude.
Can you imagine that school will be out in a minute? School will be out in a minute. And then
What you mean? School's already out here.
is school out in Maryland?
Yeah.
not yet.
Where I live at is out. They got out the week of bike week. They got out last week. They got out of school last week. Kayla's out of school.
We got another week or two.
You said they got a week or two here. But just imagine, like, if we get out of our own way, them helping themselves can help you.
I mean, I had a job at 13, so it was a nice summer job.
I worked at IHOP.
Yeah.
I was a busboy at IHOP.
I think some parents get afraid for their children to advance beyond what they are too, because they only know so much and they want their children to need them. And so if their children start making their own money or start becoming self-sufficient, they feel like their place in their life is going to get dissolved. And so they try to keep them in a certain parameter where they have to be the one to tell them how to move forward.
So Batman said, he said it's a good statement. He said, let me find it. He said, many boys have had the misfortune of having over emotional mothers. That's why they become over emotional men.
Adult men can get counseling.
True.
But how long
We all had weird parents.
and you imagine identifying your parents were weird and trying to align with people who had weird parents that behaved the way you did. And then when it became something that you medically was able to look up, or you finally get the chance to see your mother, because we don't see our parents when we're young. We don't see them. We don't really know that she in the bathroom a whole lot.
We just know they're feeding us.
Yeah. We don't know she in the bathroom every 5 minutes. We don't know she act different if she don't get this cup, or we don't really understand. And that's extreme. Like the drugs and alcohol is extreme.
Yeah.
We don't understand that until her man come through, or she, whatever it is that gets her to her happy. Until you're older and then you start watching TV and you're like, yo, that was my family. Or you come up and say, well, my mother, I found these drugs, and then, that type of thing.
Or you start telling a story and someone's like, that was normal for you.
Right. So that becomes cathartic for teens to speak to other people that have it. If you 20 and 30 and you still underneath the blanket or the cloud of your mama's stuff, just like you said, therapy, like you got to get it, and people are afraid.
Yeah.
And my thing about the situation is, like, that was a perfect time to educate her son. If she didn't want her son at the barbershop, now let's be 100 about it though. But all barbershops ain't safe.
No.
All barbershops is not safe. And then if you want to generalize the unsafeness of the barbershop to your son, explain to your son, like, hey, listen, I've seen some things go down at barbershops like this, and I mean not like this, but I've seen barbershops happen. And I don't want you in that type of environment. I do want you to work. Let's try to work on getting you, finding you another job. I know you want to make some money. Like that would have been a great time to educate your son, but a lot of parents these days, especially young parents, especially parents around my age, they will rather just go off on the kid instead of educate the kid. They rather just yell at you than talk to you. I ain't talking about being gentle and being soft. I mean, just have that real talk. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of the kids right now, they need that real talk. They need to listen. This is why I'm acting the way I'm acting, and not saying that how she act was the proper way. I'm meaning this is why I'm telling you I don't want you to work at this establishment. You have to educate. The problem with a lot of kids right now, they're not educated, streetwise or school-wise. And she failed.
Either.
A lot of parents don't feel that they owe their children any explanations either.
And that's a problem too.
Because communication has to be had no matter what age they are. Even when they're toddlers or learning, you have to be able to effectively communicate to them, where they won't learn how to do anything when they're 5 or 6.
True.
And a lot of parents don't feel that, they feel like they're being questioned and they may not really have the answer. So it's just, you be quiet. It's because I said so.
Or
yeah,
come in that bitch and say, you know what? I did not know he was here. And that's on me. I did not know he came here. I did not understand that he was coming to apply for a job. Right. He is only 13. I don't know who I need to talk to, because at this point in time, he cannot work here.
Right.
That's all you got to say.
Yep.
You don't come in and act like I came to get him.
Right.
Like she act like I came to his house, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't come and get you. You came in here.
Right.
Volunteer work at the barbershop normally for those sweet boys is extremely voluntary. And a lot of those boys that work there, because a lot of barbers that work there were sweet boys, and a lot of that stuff is because you get your haircut here. So if you ascertain from sitting here for an hour when your son get his haircut, we ain't safe. That's right. Hey, listen, you will never work in this bitch. You get your haircut here. We'll
find you a shop, but not this one.
Yeah. That's conversation.
Yeah. It seemed like the kid was more adult of the situation than the mother was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
could have been a learning moment. She could have found the best that her child.
She fucked it up, is what she did. She fucked it up. She went by the wrong.
Huh? Question number 2, y'all. Y'all ready? Should your children be mad if they found out that you had cosmetic surgery to alter the very looks that they themselves inherited, that you teach them to preach, and that you teach and preach them to love, that you hated?
Like what?
I'll let y'all take this first.
Say that question again, Kiki. Say that question again.
Let me slow down. Or like a rhinoplasty?
Let me slow down. And however you hear this, however this reads to you, that's the way you can answer it. And Cornell, I'm gonna get to your comment. Let me get to Cornell's comment really quickly. Sorry. He said it's sad for our young black men today because a lot of them will never get to feel the experience of grown men that can teach you, like me and other of my friends coming up. It's so sad, and I'm not knocking mothers by far, but you have a lot of these mothers that are raising these boys and don't have a clue about that they're screwing up their heads by treating them like babies, which is true. So my question was, would your children be mad if they found out that you had cosmetic surgery to alter the very looks that they themselves inherited, that you teach them to love and understand that you hate?
Go
ahead, Tom.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
If I went and got cosmetic surgery, there's got to be a reason. Because now, if you, I don't want to be ignorant with this right now, Kiki, because ignorant shit keep popping in my head.
Look at it.
It's the drink.
It is the weed. So if you were born an ugly motherfucker and you had some ugly fucking kids and you try to make yourself look cute, why are you leaving your kid looking like an ugly duckling? You know what I mean?
Wait, you can't just give him rhinoplasty at 6.
Well, you can't give him plastic surgery, so you might as well stay ugly until that motherfucker is of age to get his face changed like you.
Tone, I got a question for you. You're the father, right? I'm trying to mail the situation before y'all actually answer.
Come on.
You're the father. You hear not your wife per se, but you hear, I mean, in a hypothetical situation, you hear your wife say, you know, preaching to your daughter, you know, that she's beautiful, original, you know, I love who you are, yada, 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 right? And then that daughter becomes a teenager and finds out that mommy had cosmetic surgery. She knows what all this, you know, shit is. And she challenged her on the spot about like, yo, what the fuck? What are you doing?
I don't feel like you necessarily get cosmetic surgery just because you have low self-esteem, though, either.
Well, I'm not saying low self-esteem. I'm not saying low self-esteem, but I'm gonna be honest with you. A high percentage of women get cosmetic surgery to their face or body parts.
Low self-esteem.
They're unsatisfied with what they're working with. So
that's why Little Kim did it.
Natural beauty. It's not natural. If the doctor's doing it to you, it ain't natural beauty. So if you're preaching that to your kid, and you hear your wife or your girlfriend is preaching that to your kid, and your kid challenged them on the spot in front of you, how would you feel about your kid challenging? Tone.
Come on.
How would I say that again to me, PJ?
Oh shit.
No, I'm just playing. Hold on. So here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. First off, I agree with what you're saying. And Samantha, you said it's not. It comes off as a low self-esteem issue. You know what I mean? This is why these girls go out and get these BBLs, these botched BBLs. This is why these girls go out and get their face chopped fucking up. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic. Little Kim used to be beautiful. Like when she first came, man, that bitch was bad. And now she looked like a fucking alien. One of the little green aliens. She looked terrible. You know what I mean? Here's another one. Vivica Fox looks terrible.
Yeah.
We can get on her ass in a minute, Kiki. Before I get off, we're going to get on her old ass.
For sure.
Old bitch. You know what I mean?
What did Vivica do to
But now, what you're saying is, you know what I mean? I'm just not with all that plastic surgery and changing yourself up, man. You know what I mean? Because you can't preach one thing, like BJ said, you can't preach one thing in your child and then you go do something else. You can't look at your child and be like, you're beautiful in the skin that you are. You know what I mean? I love you for just the way you are, but then you not happy with yourself and go get yourself changed. That's not practicing what you're preaching to these kids. Fuck that. You know what I mean? If your child is an ugly motherfucker, he's the most beautiful child to you. Not to me, but to you. You know what I mean? If you're ugly, hey, somebody loves it. You're beautiful to somebody. Just accept it, because while you going to chop your face up and go get this, what's going to happen when you're like 60 years old, 70 years old? The rest of your body is wrinkly like a motherfucker, but this fucking part of your body is firm as fuck.
Okay. So ugly is relative. Let's be clear. Two, if I gave birth to my daughter and all you seen was me look like this, and you go back some old pictures, like, who the fuck is that?
What?
And you find out that's me, because okay, let's blow all the dust off this shit. Okay. If I look the way I look and you look different, if you look like my old self, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm having to preach you like, that nose is baby, you're gonna grow into that nose, like, you gotta love that nose, whatever. Yeah. There's deceit and distrust that I have in my mother, because that's the time then to say, you know, this ain't my original, because you listen, if you got, okay, in my household, we had and this is way off, but it's I'm a parallel it. We had my father had 10 daughters and one son. We have daughters of all shapes and all colors. I am the lightest next to my sister that's lighter than me. My sisters are dark skinned because my father's dark skinned. Mm-hmm. In that household, before I actually seen, because my father's children are not by my mother. My mother had two, but that's another story. So when I finally saw my sister's mother and finally met my sister, she looked at me like, nah, we didn't come from the same person. And there was a skin issue. There was an issue there.
Colorism.
It was colorism. Mm-hmm. So now we had to have the conversation, because if for a long time we used to fight and my father did not know why. They had way better hair than me. My sister, her mother was blessed with that Indian shit. And then I was the one in the kitchen with the hot comb on Sundays. And then that became something. So trying to remember those memories, and then raising my two daughters who have their two different heights. One is 5'2", one is 6 feet. That's a thing too.
Yeah.
And having them to understand, to love themselves. I could never see
no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, and I could never see me changing all of who I am. And then that shit is inconsistent. It's ridiculous for me to say you love yourself the way I couldn't. Shit, it breeds distrust.
But once again, that's your issue that you're working on, not necessarily your kids that you're trying to push them in to get.
It will become theirs though, because you're the blueprint. You said you come out,
but you can also speak from the experience that you felt the same way you did at that time, and you did go through the procedures, and then you were like, "Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, it really wasn't worth it." So
this after they check you, when they see the motherfucking photo album and they don't know that it's you. Like you didn't come out and say, "Baby, understand." Listen, you didn't say that shit to them unsolicited. Before an issue came, you came because they was like, "Who was this?" Now you have to backtrack 30 years. It's just.
I mean, do you just be honest with them and tell them like, "Hey, I didn't feel great about myself, so I changed this, this, and this"?
I feel like, yeah, you can. No, that is an option. But I feel like in the big picture scheme of things, overall, this is why you see a lot of parents. You ever notice where when you see the mama has, we only could really use social media and celebrity and people that we know personally, but I don't know a lot of people personally that has a lot of like cosmetic surgery.
I know girls.
I mean, I know some, but I don't know a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you do see, you know, family that got money that can get the procedure done, you 9 out of 10, you always see the mother has surgery, then the daughter has surgery.
Yeah. And
it could be a let's say, like you said, blueprint. It could be a blueprint, because if I always grew up and I saw my mother a certain way, and I always thought my mother was beautiful. She's so beautiful. I want to be like, this is what I'm going to be when I get older. I think my mother is wonderful. And then you realize, oh shit, Dr. Such and Such put that together. In the back of your mind, you're going to be like, maybe the natural looks that I'm going to have or what I'm looking like right now is not good enough. It wasn't good enough for my mother. It wasn't good enough for my father to choose my mother.
I feel like people feel that way without plastic surgery, though.
But I mean, we just keep it on plastic surgery.
Yeah, right, man.
A lot of times they will try to do what their parents do. They will try to follow the blueprint. I want to be just like, if my mother found a man, like, with this face and all of this, then maybe I need to do the same thing. These are things that we instill into our children, and we do it unintentionally.
Oh, for sure.
We plant seeds, and that kid is finding the garden of those seeds. You know what I'm saying? They're finding the garden of those seeds that was planted, and next thing they know, they want to plant. They're going to do the same exact thing. So it could be an issue where they're following the same pattern. And unfortunately, we're in a situation right now with a lot of people with surgeries being so popular right now. We see it's such a norm.
But wait. There's more. The very people that you like on Instagram, because Black women are getting their lips done, they're getting their teeth done, they're getting these fillers in their cheeks. I did not know that these young girls was getting all that. And that was post the Black China stuff. And I started noticing, I started looking at a lot of people, and you look in I'm a comment reader. I tear my ACL getting to the comments, but people be looking weird, right? And I go in there and see. And it be people who will expose your freaking truth. So these are arguably these are women who are Instagram models.
Okay, so
who probably don't have children as yet, or the children are too young to understand what that is. But I'm thinking of a cultural, right? We have these things that our ancestors gave us. We have these noses that everybody's not happy with. We have these high cheekbones, which everybody's not happy with. Or you have this hair, and then when you come along and you grow along and you start realizing that your heritage that disappears at alarming rate because your uncles and grandfathers and them is dying off, and you look at how you're replacing that with today's standards, teeth and all that shit is gonna be gone in 10 years or 15 years, and then you're gonna look weird. You're gonna look weird.
Right, so hold on.
Those things you a Grant, or those things that made you a Coleman, or beg for those things that made you a Marie.
Yeah. Not a Marie.
Just saying. That's what I know. So
Kiki, let me ask you this real quick, right?
Yes.
I mean, because somebody asked me and said, well, the reason they had plastic surgery right, is because they wanted something that they couldn't have. You know what I mean? And it's when I say, are we talking about when we say plastic surgery? Are we talking about everything in general, or we
Plastic
just talking about
surgery,
the face?
plastic
We're talking
surgery,
about everything in general, right?
it runs the
Body.
gamut. Yes, whatever
So this
is
individual,
altered
Yeah, asses get handed down from generation to generation
or
too.
don't.
Not
yes,
always.
yes, and you had, and so this individual, right, um, was lacking a certain part of their anatomy, and they wanted to enhance that. You know what I mean? And they felt there was no other way to get it the way they were, and they chose to um get plastic surgery,
Mhm.
right? But you also have to look at the downside of it. What happens when plastic surgery fails you?
You get your other one.
What happens when you have fucking bad reactions, or you get these certain jobs? You look at these women that's getting these ass jobs done,
They
right?
double down.
And now you walk around and one of your ass cake is deflated like a flat tire. You
Oh,
laid up in the hospital, fucked up. You know what I mean? Is it worth it
watch for you.
sometimes? Is it worth it to put your body through that and put these poisonous chemicals in your body? You know what I mean? With the chance of them malfunctioning or failing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not knocking nobody's decision or their choice or their thought process of saying, hey, I want to do this because I want to enhance myself. I want to better myself because
Mhm.
this is going to make me feel comfortable. I support you on that. But I need you to look at both sides because for me, I'm like, wait a minute. You know, you putting this shit in me. You know what I mean? Whether it's ass, whether it's titties, whether it's face, whatever the fuck it is, you're putting this stuff like you got the white people that love that Botox shit. Why would you put that in you though? Really?
It's
What?
botulism. I have no idea. It freaks me out every time I think about it.
It does.
Yo, you ever see some of them white women with Botox and lips look like nigga lips? But you know they're not real lips?
They're fillers.
You know what I mean?
The Botox is what makes them not be able to move their face.
They get lip. They get lip
The
balm.
fillers, whatever you do.
It's
The
like
white
nerve,
lady,
nerve
stop doing that.
blockers. So your face, you
Yeah,
don't get the
literally.
wrinkles. You can't move. It
It
literally,
paralyzes you.
yeah, you can't move that part of whatever that they injected.
I'll say this: anybody that knows me, I may not have the ideal body type or anything like that, and I'm comfortable anywhere I go in a 2-piece and shorts and a dress. Is someone gonna pay for me to get my body done though? I'm gonna go get it done. I'm just saying, but it doesn't have anything to do with confidence. But why not?
You gotta look into that.
Why would you get
gotta
it
look
done?
into that. You gotta
Because
look.
I like
Sure?
That's so good question,
I wouldn't
PJ.
mind having more hips or more of a, a backside or anything like that. But at the same time, if I never got it, I wouldn't care either.
It's
But Samantha, your confidence is through the roof though.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah, nobody touch your confidence. One of the things I love about you is your confidence level. It's high. Fuck it. This is what I'm doing. Like it or love it, this is what I'm doing.
Nobody
You know what I mean?
helps me out. You know what I mean? I do it all myself. Who could possibly bring me down about anything? That's how I feel about it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
you know, that's a beautiful fucking thing when you have the confidence level like that. And you know, some women don't have that confidence level. And I think that is why they go and get this surgery
Oh
and
yeah.
get these stuff done so they can gain the confidence. But in reality, if you didn't have it, you know what I mean? When you get your body done, it's fake. And a nigga like me can
Never
tell
stop me
your
from getting
confidence
anything
level
I'm
is fake.
famous for.
Yeah, because you be trying to do too much. If you get it be done, some of these bitches be trying to do too much if they get their bodies done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To build, to inflate their own confidence. If you
Uh-huh.
didn't have it from the beginning, you never gonna have it,
Not
y'all.
even moving.
Okay,
Yeah.
here I go.
Okay, come on, Kiki. 'Cause I know it's coming. I'm waiting. I've been waiting.
Please wait.
Takes a puff while I wait.
Y'all know my position in a lot of this stuff. I'm always
Sweet.
devil's advocate with this shit, right? Okay. There are people, I'm gonna start at the bottom. There are people who get things done because they think that's what it's supposed to do. Like there are people who say, damn, she got a big old butt, like the niggas be on her. And then you want the niggas on you. It's not even about what you look like. You want the attention that people garner from that. So you go to have that because that shit's missing. Or you go and you say, I want to be like her. You don't say it out loud. You want to be like her.
They don't like to give
and you
now.
go, no. And then you go and do things. Tone, mute your stuff. When you go and you
I'm about to be, hold on a second.
there you go. You go and you do things that look like what you did. So it's really I'm a fan.
Yeah.
And I need what you
Single
got,
weight
not
female.
realizing that the thing that's missing from that is the fact that I'm not you. It looks different on me. Most of these bitches who get this shit done, they so uncomfortable. You know why?
They don't understand it's confidence. It has nothing to do with the body at the end
We'll
of the
talk
day,
about
too.
confidence too, because a lot of that shit is just surface.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking surface,
Yeah.
Samantha. Like I love
Yeah.
people that have it, but at the end of the day, you're fucking sad. You can say you gonna get all this belly, but you know for a fact that for real you don't even want it. You giving it because that's all the fuck you have to
you
give.
don't have any other options.
You got no other option.
Yeah.
So when I listen, and this is not about your comment.
I
I've
know.
been waiting to talk about this shit because I've been hearing these big old ridiculous lies people tell themselves about how happy they were. You are not fucking happy. You're not, because the moment, like you said, which is the very thing I'm glad you said it. If somebody gave it to me, I'm gonna get it. Because if you happy, I don't care if you give me 4 of them. I don't want it. I'm good over here.
Right.
Good over here. That confidence shit is surface and it's deep down. I find people when you live with this nose and you be like, you know what, it is what it is. You gotta own that nose, but it's a work in progress. That shit just do not happen. A lot of times you'll cry in the car. If I call you big nose shorty, you gonna cry in the car. If I talk about your belly, if I talk about, I got back rolls and I hate them shits. And listen, I will not give someone the satisfaction because it is my Achilles heel. Right. I will not be out here. I see women who do that shit. I mean, do your thing, shorty. Not the kid. I will cover them shits up and look. That's my Achilles heel. I hate people. Men like to touch them. I hate. Don't fucking touch my back fat. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. and that is one of those things. My arms. People see. I got my grandmother's arms. Like
you make good macaroni and cheese, don't you?
No, I don't got that. I don't got that.
I'm just messing with you.
No. Yeah, my macaroni and cheese is
the
good,
greens.
Yeah, but I own them because they were passed down from me, right? I hate them, but I do. You cannot see me not wearing a tank top or a short sleeve shirt. However, you will not see me waving to the nigga across the hall in that tank top because I know what it is. That's a source of whatever. We could come across as confident as we want to, but at the end of the day, when you get naked and you be like,
yeah, we all go through that. We all go through that. Shit, I want my body back from 2015.
I mean,
but
fair enough. COVID really did it.
Yeah, it's
especially when confidence. You come from something. If you was this size right here and now you're not, it's like it takes you a long time to, especially if you ain't doing shit about it. If you was like this and then you ended up gaining 50, 70 pounds and then it's like, and you don't want to do nothing about it, you gotta accept it. Then there's that confidence because I ain't doing shit.
You still gonna cry in the car though.
You gonna cry in the car.
But you gonna have like that confidence, it's level of confidence. Like you gonna have that enough confidence to get you by through the day. You gonna have enough confidence to not make you break character in front of anybody. I'm not giving you the satisfaction of shitting on me and you seeing me affected by it. You know what I'm saying? That's one level of confidence. And that ain't the same confidence that you're gonna have when you're looking in the mirror by yourself.
It's not.
We all have a flaw. We all have something that we wish we could fix, or we can wish that we could upgrade. We wish that we could make better. But some people can go through life with that. And some people just feel like they gotta go to doctor, fuck your body up. In Miami,
I was gonna say I like my body better naked than in clothes. It's clothes that really bother me. That's when my body dysmorphia kicks in.
Yeah,
that's.
But you know, when I realized something, this conversation that we're having came up because I watched Lizzo, right? I'm gonna use her because she's on a national platform. I watched Lizzo, who arguably was 300 pounds or so.
Yeah.
Love herself into the comments. Into the comments.
Oh, they hated that.
Into the comments. You see how much weight she losing? You see she went and got this surgery? That shit happens. Kelly Price, I don't know because you might be younger. I don't know how you know Kelly Price is, but Kelly Price was the biggest until the comments. It is what it is until it's not. Like you,
but they in the industry too, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like on a scale where everyone has an opinion about what you're confident about, I promise you that shit gonna change. Right now, these people little comments didn't bother Lizzo because it was like whatever nigga, like whatever blah. But then the masses get together and do the the hyena thing and start attacking. you get a chink in your armor. I'm not saying you break all the way down. There's chinks in the armor. You're gonna cry in the car.
My thing about Lizzo, and this is another level of confidence. I told you that it's different level of confidence. Sometimes you try to be overconfident to make up for. I don't want to say flaws.
Yes.
But okay, for example, and maybe you can find the word after I'm thinking about after I make the example. Like she was definitely confident in the public about her body.
Yes.
But to prove to the world that she was so confident, I'm gonna go to basketball games with my ass cheeks out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this with my cheeks out because I love my body and I'm going to show it to the world. Like she overcompensated herself. Is that a word? Is that it?
It is.
Yeah.
So she did that. And you did too much. Now, by you doing that, yes, you're going to get negative comments. It's just one thing to be confident about yourself and being confident about your body. Say, I love my body. I love how to do, but still have respect for yourself. She lost the respect for herself.
Because you weren't supposed to come to the basketball game where people and kids are in the establishment with your ass cheeks out. This is not your stage and your platform.
Yeah.
This is not your stage to prove how confident you are.
Right.
If you are, you don't need to prove it. It is what it is.
And that's a problem with society.
I don't know why you have your butt out in public on the seats to begin with. That's my issue.
I didn't sit down in Black Tigers. Let's be clear. I never sat down in Black Tigers. I stood up.
Don't sit anywhere at the beach. It ain't safe, girl. Just stand up the whole time.
But that's like you said, that's a problem with society though. It's proving. I always got to prove myself. And when you mix confidence with proving, it's blur lines.
I think that's the difference between real confidence and surface confidence, though, because when you are actually confident, you don't have to prove that. No. Literally, people see that and they're like, okay, maybe she's a little bit crazy or maybe he's a little bit crazy, but you know.
And you ain't checking for the comments. You ain't checking for somebody to agree with you and say, go girl. No. Or you ain't. Yeah. I'm not even looking at none of y'all. Like if I like what I look like, honey, you either do or you don't. I will never notice.
Speaking of confidence.
Yeah.
So.
Yo.
You remember at the True Icons party.
Right.
The girl with the pink, the big girl with the pink that had all her titties out and her titties was touching her knees.
What?
Yes. He's not lying.
Oh, drunk over there by myself. You talking about the girl in the pink with her titties.
No.
She's a big girl. Shut up. But she was a big girl.
Yeah.
She had a shredded, you know how the shredded jeans.
Yep.
That you said Kiki had on at the party. Well, she had a super shredded shirt. And you know, a lot of times, you know, let's just say this: if you've never been to Bike Week, you're gonna get a mix of everything. And I was getting comments in my section. I was telling they was like, damn, y'all got a lot of big girls. I said, listen, you're gonna get big girls, skinny girls, medium girls. You're gonna get all girls. They all gonna be showing off. They're gonna do that thing. You're gonna get whatever you want. You're gonna find it down here.
Yeah.
And she decided to wear the shirt shredded, had her titties all the way out. And I don't bash anybody for having their titties out. We at a beach.
They just weren't nice.
It was no pasties.
No, it just was.
It was just out.
The shirt was sheer. The shirt was see-through.
See-through, cut, hold, shredded. You can see everything. I don't know what type of level of confidence. See, that's when the blur lines. Because I think she felt that it was part confidence of walking out the house wearing that. But
her friends never fucked with her. Her friends weren't her fucking friends.
Exactly.
Her friends told her, said, bitch, you look good. And she did not look good. You know what I mean? When your nipples can play tic-tac-toe on your kneecaps, there's something wrong with that fucking picture. You know what I mean? You need to stop that shit and reevaluate your fucking friends and reevaluate your life. Your titties was flatter than fucking pancakes and long as shit. Long titty nipple having ass bitch. You should have never came out like that. And I was being nice because I wanted to say something, but I was trying to be on Tone's best behavior.
You know what? Myrtle Beach and Black Tigers. That is Myrtle Beach.
Oh, we're going there?
And Black Tigers, yes, that's a dangerous combination. I'm gonna say this because I don't want nobody.
Tigers is dangerous.
For
sure.
Let me just readjust. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna say this. I do go a little above and beyond when I'm in Myrtle. I post more crazier. I wear crazier shit. Shut up. I'm outside, and I look like it. That's my Black Tigers. I mean, my Black Tiger. It's my Myrtle Beach norm. Like you gonna get all this in Myrtle. I don't know
because I ain't doing this anywhere else.
I don't usually do it at home.
Yeah,
because my lifestyle, I don't have a week and a half of just laying on the beach. I don't have it. So that time, you gonna get all this. So I want to say that for somebody to say you be doing it. Yes, you're gonna get regular shit. When I go to Black Tigers, you're gonna get that shit too, because it is a room full of people with like minds and like thoughts, and it's bread. Like Black Tigers breed. Come get this big fupa. Black Tiger, say it.
But
it always reminds me of the pictures you see from the foreign parties where they have like all the crazy looking outfits and the people, and you're like, what country did this happen in?
What country?
That's what the white party always reminds me of when I see shots afterwards.
Shut the fuck up. Did you go to white party?
No, I never go.
Okay.
No.
See, my thing is, I expect, curvy women, bigger women. I don't judge you for having, to wear less clothes.
Right.
But
there's still a way to do it.
But if you gonna have your whole titties out,
they gotta be nice.
You know what? Let me say this. So if we would have went to the Harley Davidson parking lot, right? And you always know that crew in the Harley Davidson parking lot wears the cars that have the speakers and shit, and you see the girls over there dancing, and don't really have shit to do with the bikes, but they out there because that's where to be at. If one of them girls would have lifted their shirt up and would have walked around that joint with her titties out, the male part would be like, the horny man gonna be on it.
Yeah, they lost their shit.
But the women would have, some women probably be like, you gonna get, but I ain't even gonna say man and women. You gonna get some people that's gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? Like, you can, if you want to wear less, like, but you out here with your titties out, you showing nipples, you doing everything. So I use that same mindset in this situation when I was at the True Icons party. I'm
no one said shit. Did they?
No.
You was just
I didn't say shit. I'm be honest with you.
Were you staring, Casey? You was like,
I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I got a video of it.
When would I ever think I didn't like titties? Now I'm scarred.
In my mind, I'm like, yo, it's no way in the fucking world that you walked out. I know you crossed 3 mirrors. You looked at yourself. You had a drink in your hand. You're like, I'm about to kill these niggas up in this joint.
She didn't even look in the mirror. She just walked out the house. She knew.
I guarantee she probably did. But it's just the mere fact. You out here like that. Like, now you put yourself on the pedal because now you different from everybody. You set the precedent. Sometimes it's consequences when it comes with that, because everybody's out there with less clothes on, no matter what your shape or size is. When you take it to the next level where you showing your titties, and then your titties is down, the hands on the knees.
Yeah, no.
You fucked up.
No, that's bad representation.
You gonna get this smoke. You gonna get talked about. You like that's now. Are we talking about confidence?
Crop the face out and just post the titties so we can see.
It can happen.
Okay.
But are we talking about confidence?
No.
Or are we talking about
that's like shock
no sense of self? That's what that is.
That's like shock value. She had an agenda that day. Like,
or someone told her it looked good.
The
someone gave her some attention along the line and it worked in another scenario, and so she did it again.
And nobody ain't saying what the fuck. Like, no one's saying that.
My face will say it. Usually,
it's your face.
I try not.
Oh, a couple of our faces.
It's all right.
You know when the bikers are disgusted, it's got to be real tragic.
Somebody was on
bikers. I want to see some. I want to see some in Myrtle Beach.
There's never going to be There's never going to be any disgusted men. Period. Somebody's going to like the shit. Some horny ass motherfucker is going to want to get his dick wet. Unfortunately.
There's a reason they don't like to hire male morgue attendants. Okay,
that's very true.
Just saying.
And let me say this to you, because you brought something up, and that's part of it. Do men feel? I shouldn't have said that was so absolute. Do men feel? It should have been a question. Do you think that they feel like she's low hanging fruit? Like, that is where I can get my such and such wet at?
And for sure.
So maybe that's what she was.
And she's going to be nice. That's the thing about it. She's going to be really nice.
It could.
And then they're going to be like, damn, I kind of like her, but she's still ugly. So I got to act like I don't. They're going to have a great time. She probably super
cute,
nice.
Though. She probably was cute.
She was an auntie.
Was
She was her auntie.
I just want to remind everybody the aunties in the generation that we're struggling with and the way they act are the ones that were acting like this in the past.
I'm 38, so she was an auntie to me.
Right. Oh, you're 38. I got you. I'm talking about the older ones than us. But those are also the ones from our kid stages that were the ones partying and going into that, you know what I mean? Yeah. That era. So I think we're expecting them to be adults and we forgot like they was off the chain when they were adults in the beginning.
It goes, Tweety said she was at the old bike week.
The fact that you said low hanging fruit and she had two of them, that's wild. That's wild. She definitely had some low hanging fruit, Tone.
So whose fault is that? Is that her friend's fault or is that Myrtle Beach's fault?
You muted, Tone.
She had friends with her.
It looked like she had
it was like a group. No, it was just
her.
No,
that was us. That was our section. She just walked out with her cup.
By herself.
Swinging like she in Houston.
So she
swinging and banging.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. They say everything looks good bent over in the dark. So who knows? I'm sure
it's Myrtle Beach too.
Sure didn't go untapped.
Was it fourth quarter?
Or
it was like
True
icons. Hey, that is second. We ain't even have time
Stop
yet.
for a second. Did Samantha just fucking say that everything looks better bent over in the dark? Can you imagine her titties bent over in the dark? She liable to step on them motherfuckers, bro. If they was already at her knees, what the fuck, bro?
You got to make sure you don't step on them if she's on her knees.
I'm gonna step on one of them motherfuckers. If they gonna be flopping all over the place, if I step on the titty, what you gonna do then?
Tone, you gonna use your tone stimulate that motherfucker right there.
I don't think that's gonna stimulate. I think that bitch gonna howl like a.
You can suck her titty while hitting it from the back, Tone.
Oh shit. He said from the back.
You can suck her titty while hitting her from the back, Tone.
She have to do this?
Nigga, I don't want to suck no flapjacks, dog.
Corey said the picture said 2-time grandma.
Hey,
I didn't look at her face though.
Hey,
she said she had a litter.
Corey also said dealing with black tigers is like going to an event at Taboo.
Or Babylon.
Yo, where's the lie?
Well,
he says Cornell
said by herself.
It's everybody's fault that told her she looked good. You know what?
She didn't run across Tone that day.
Niggas, so you're not lying. If somebody said something to her.
All it takes is one nigga to gas her up.
That's all it took was one nigga to be like, baby, you look good.
Damn.
I mean,
one nigga was like, baby, you look good.
Or look, had somebody like
what do he look like?
Because people confuse looks too. Like the head turning with positivity. They don't really think
any attention is good attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What you was gonna say?
Last year there was someone being walked around on a dog leash at one of the parties we were at, and I didn't realize it. Someone told me this year. They're like, you saw that last year. You were like, what the fuck is going on here? And I was like, I did that, and they were like, yeah, you walked in the room and you were drunk and you couldn't figure out what was happening.
Outside party or
it was like a BDSM thing. The girl was leashed.
Well,
but she was on all fours in the middle of our party, and I'm like, what the hell is happening here? I didn't remember it, so okay. I don't know.
My next question is thus: since I have a female opinion and a male opinion here, that time, mute your phone, Tone, please. That time,
I'm just trying to get my shit right.
No problem. That time when you are single, you was in a relationship and now you're single.
Okay.
Ain't nothing going on.
You don't even have a friend.
This is called white noise, right? Because I'm gonna put it to you because I had this conversation the other day, and I was saying that when I'm single and I am separated from the person that I was loving, there's a lot of white noise with me, right? There's just shit that just happens where people talk and I don't hear them until whatever this heart thing is worked out, right? The person I was talking to said, fuck no, men don't have white noise. We have to quiet the noise, which is why we fuck everything. He said, I cannot not have sex. Because he asked me like the longest time I went. I said, well, I was in a 13-year relationship and I went 5 before I was able to. He's like, why? I said, because I'm mature. 1, 2, that baggage shit is real. 3, I was different. I was going to be different after dealing with that relationship to the next person. And I had to understand that difference for me to put myself out here. And I had to understand that, right? He's like, man, fuck all that. He's like, men, when we are separated, and he put it in these terms. If my ego kicks in and I don't want to call you to find out why you ain't calling me, I'm fucking somebody else. I have to quiet that shit.
Oh, that sound like two different scenarios that
I get what she's saying.
Flagrant
Now.
both ways.
Okay, come on.
I'm gonna let Casey go.
Come on, PJ.
Okay.
I'll break it down.
Because the second part of that statement sounds like him and his girl is on a break. And he said, if I don't talk to you,
he wasn't on the break. She was mad about some shit, and they kept doing this. So everybody just kind of stopped talking because the talking was ineffective. So he sat around there and waiting. He was like, man, my ego is too big. I'm not calling her motherfucking ass. She knows.
He's not going to try to figure out what the problem was. He don't really
He said
care.
because he don't want her to tell him to fuck off. She don't want him to tell him that she don't want
that didn't want to break up anyway. He wanted to break up anyway.
I think a lot of it is men don't allow themselves to feel anything but sexual satisfaction. That's the only feeling that they'll really tap into naturally. Not all men. Blanketed say
right. Yeah, unblanket that.
Let me say that.
Like,
not all men. But a lot of things men are forced to hold in themselves anyway because they don't have people to talk to, or they don't have the same community to discuss the problems that women have that are open. You know, we have our friend, we have our moms, we have our aunts, we have our dads, we have our uncles. You know, we have
those people aren't available
a network.
To men?
They are.
Okay.
But
I
don't think they always use the resources.
Okay.
Or maybe someone can't relate to them with what they're going through. So instead of talking about it or trying to figure it out, they just don't deal with it until it becomes like a heart attack or a stroke or something serious. And then you have to deal with it. But I don't know. I think sex to men, and a lot of times that's the only thing some men feel. Like, that's the only thing they feel. And then when it's post nut, then they're back to doing whatever it is that they were doing before. Women, because you women, is that your mindset? Can you have white noise and just ignore it's in the background, whatever, until you get you together? Or are you like, because I think the argument was that men are this way and women are this way. We couldn't really come because I didn't really have another woman's opinion, nor did he have another male opinion. So we was trying to figure out, like, is it the same in men world? That used to be one of my triggers and coping mechanisms was promiscuity. Okay. Came to find out it probably had to do with my ADHD and some other factors learning that that's a natural thing. But I had to get to a point. And not even, and when I say promiscuity, I'm not saying just sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry or doing whatever. It could be the same consistent person, but knowing it's going nowhere. But that's all it was. Okay. Because it does quiet the white noise because you're anxious or you got stuff going on, or you want to feel a sense of power and you don't have control over anything else, but you drive this person crazy or whatever. And there's some good coochie under this gut. Or don't get me wrong, you need a dopamine hit, and so you want the thrill of that chase, and then you get what you were trying to knock down, and then you're like, you know what, I didn't even really like him. Okay, great. I'm gonna go back to doing what I'm doing. Okay. I think it's about discipline. Because I see him flexing over here. You got the gun show over here.
Let's address this nigga first. Before we get to the question, let's address the nigga. That nigga was done with that relationship. Let's be 100 here.
I don't think a relationship holds anyone either.
Listen, because if y'all have a break in the communication, he already ready to go fuck. He was probably the type of dude that was done with the relationship. He didn't want to break it off.
Because you're nice.
And at the end of the day, it broke off organically. It broke off. Y'all ghosted each other. And
that ain't organic.
That's not organic. Okay. It's literally ghosting each other. That's what it is. That's the proper word for it. Mm-hmm. Y'all ghosted each other after the relationship, so that saved you from the breakup.
Right.
You was already ready to fuck. You was all ready to go there and get your nuts off. Yep. That was your excuse. That was your reason. And he hopped on the board. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, that was his situation. He cannot blanket statement all men like that because if you're in a relationship and there is a break in communication, the most proper man wants to communicate and like, all right, yo, we gotta let's settle this shit. Even if I still want to go out and fuck, you're not gonna hold this shit over top of my head. You're not gonna, you know, it's the reason why I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I gotta address both feet. You know what I'm saying? So that's him. Now go to the first part of your statement when you're saying talking about the white noise. All men don't want to. We got to stop this narrative. All men do not want to fuck everything. We are not attracted to everything that has a fucking pussy. I'm sorry.
Doesn't even have to have that though. Let's just say that.
Oh,
I'm ringing my fucking bell off of that one. I'm ringing my fucking bell. Preach, nigga. Don't let that nigga preach. You shut up and let that nigga preach.
What's the bell for you?
Okay.
I'm muting myself for that shit. Preach, brother, preach.
I got your bell over here for you.
Hypersexuality.
Thank you.
But we don't want to fuck everything. Me personally, if I want to have sex with you, I have to be attracted to you. That's one.
What do you consider attraction? Would that be physical or mental?
It's both.
Okay.
It's both. I don't have one set of criteria. It's broad, but it's still within a filter scenario. Okay. So I don't look at every single girl. I could look at some women. I'd be like, she's probably a good. We had this conversation before with women. We both look at women. She probably be like, she's probably a good fuck. Doesn't mean I'm going to shoot my shot and try to fuck her, but she look like she might be a good fuck.
What would stop you from that though? Like if she looks like it, what in you? Because the man's look, men are wired the way they wired. What would stop you from like trying to see?
If I'm single, and what would stop me if I was single is
we're saying you're single.
Yeah,
we're saying you're single.
It would be one. Let's be 100. One, it'll probably be what I already have on my roster. It probably be what I'm already entertaining. Because when you're single, you are entertaining somebody. It doesn't have to be sexually. It does not have to be sexually, but you're communicating with somebody, you're talking to somebody, you're releasing something to somebody. You're giving some part of yourself to somebody. It doesn't have to be sexually. Mm-hmm. So I feel like what is my scenario before? Like if I'm already good with myself, I feel like I don't need to get my dick wet. I don't need to shoot my shot because that's if I'm looking at somebody and I'm saying you're a good fuck, I'm already looking at you as just a fuck.
That's it.
That's it. But if I don't need that fuck, why?
Right.
Why?
That's why I hate when people call me sexy. I don't think it's a compliment.
You hate that?
I really don't like it because if you're calling me sexy, you're thinking about sex.
There's
so many more adjectives to be used.
My daughter's very comfortable with the word sexy. She is. She don't like people to say that to her. Brittany.
Yeah.
Never did.
So I just
so good. This
can I tag team off of that for a second?
Go ahead.
What are you talking about? Let me tag team off of that. I completely agree with him. You know what I mean? Because sometimes women can be cooler than a fucking man. And just because niggas is friends with women don't mean that they fucking them. Or if I'm approaching you to talk to you, I'm probably approaching you to talk to you, have a conversation. You know what I mean? See where your fucking mind is at. It doesn't mean I'm trying to fuck you. You know what I mean? Slim guy. And a lot of women walk around with that stigma. Like if a nigga says, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Not even say, hey, oh, this nigga just wants some sex. No, bitch, maybe I just want to have a conversation with you. Yeah. To see where you at. Everything isn't all about fucking sex like some people think. You know what I mean? Too. I'm like him. You know what I mean? Some women, you prettier than a motherfucker. That doesn't mean I want to fuck you. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean I'm going to hit on you. You know what I mean? For me, it takes a little something extra. If I can't talk to you for 5 minutes, I would have never gave you a motherfucking time of day.
Right.
In 5 minutes of talking with somebody, you'll know instantly if this is somebody I'm going to continue to converse with, or is this somebody I'm just not going to fuck with like that?
Right.
You know what I mean? I've learned the difference between the converse and conversate, Kiki. I'm keeping my word, conversate.
You should have seen my smile. You can't see my eyes.
Her eyes got. Oh my God.
Really? So, keeping the word, and here's why. Because you can converse with somebody, but you can conversate with them too. And a lot of people, they don't know the difference between that. And it took me a minute to learn. Kiki helped me understand that. The difference between conversing with somebody or conversating with them. It's a big difference. You know what I mean? Yo, if I can converse with you, we good. You know what I mean? If I gotta conversate with you, you're not good. You're not good. You know what I mean? You just be like, what's up, what's happening? Keep it moving. But yo, every man that tries to come at you is not necessarily trying to fuck. Not saying a lot are. But I'm like, well, Mr. Coleman, just because you find and I talk to you don't mean I'm trying to fuck you. You know what I mean? And I have some women I look at, I'll be like, I like to motherfucking clap her cheeks in the middle of the sand with the sun coming up. You know what I mean? Rihanna, if you listen to this, baby, I'm talking about you. Even
But
though you're pregnant.
I do know men, married, single, relationship, regardless. I just know men.
Lauren London, I'm talking about you too.
That feels like they always got to get their dick wet.
They're hypersexual.
Facts.
And those men sounds like the guy that you was talking to. Like he sounds like if I'm not getting it from my girl, I gotta get it from somewhere else. My dick, like so. If you're not, that's the type that will flip it and will make you feel bad and say, "Yo, if you're not doing your job or doing what you're supposed to do to satisfy me and please me, then I feel the need. I need to go out somewhere else and do that." Type of mind manipulation shit.
Gaslighting.
Yeah, definitely gaslighting.
Yeah.
So.
That's definitely
there are men out there like that. So when I say that I'm this certain way, I can't exclude. I can't be the guy that turns a blind eye to those men or the man that you was talking to, because there are men out there that feels like as soon as I get a break, what I'm single. Oh, I'm fucking everything. I'm shooting my shot. He's playing the batting percentage easily. I'm gonna swing at 100 pitches. Long as I hit 5 motherfuckers out the park, I'm good.
He's a good guy.
There's a lot.
Sometimes that's in a weekend at an event. Be careful, guys.
Oh, there is.
So
I've seen them.
Another way I took it, because I had questions for him. Another way I took it was that he was saying, if he can't talk to her, he's got to be doing something. Like he just to keep his mind off of that. Is that a thing? Do you do this in lieu of or in place of or, in the back?
If I'm in a relationship, well, see, it sounds like he trying to keep busy with fucking. But
yeah, he's priority.
He's trying to keep busy fucking.
Relationship.
If I'm in a relationship and we have a break in communication, we arguing, we're not seeing I do want to keep busy. I'm not going to sit around the fucking house and just be thinking about you.
She means busy with like
Ring the bell, Chiggy. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. That man's on fire.
She means busy though, like talking to other people, not necessarily keeping yourself busy.
No.
But are you entertaining other conversations?
He was like, I was on date naps. I was like, what?
Oh,
he said 3. He said I have to be.
I keep the regular.
Something he need to work.
Yeah,
that's I went on one of those before, way before I got married. I went on a date nap. It was fucking dope. No fucking, just sleeping. You know what I mean? It was dope.
As long as you wasn't on that Ashley Madison documentary.
I've never been.
Joking.
He told me the date nap is like that. You've ever been on a date nap?
Never.
You?
No, man.
I don't want to put.
I don't like people in real life. Why am I going to do that to myself?
You have? Talk to us. What's your
was it?
experience? You probably was on Christian Mingle. You were on Christian Mingle?
No, I did.
Farmer's meat.
Oh, shit.
Slang. Hey, Christian Mingle, slang dick for the Lord.
What was it? They had the old guy when he was the
eHarmony?
E Harmony.
You were on the real one.
Yeah, that was.
That's when they actually worked.
It wasn't. It's full of scammers and.
Yeah, so I did it once. Went on a date. The girl was based off her picture. She was better in person than on her picture. But apparently,
yes,
a nice dinner and everything. But unfortunately, she wasn't, connecting with me, I guess.
Compatible.
So it's compatible and all that stuff. So in the end, I just not fully for me.
Would you do it again? Would you?
No.
So you only went on the one date.
I get one date. Mind you, it's okay to talk to those online and stuff like that. And when you get on a date, that's great. I mean, if you want to, again, get into the habit of dating it's good. It's kind of like, a lot of people are trying to get back into doing, having interviews. And that's what the weird thing is. I think that's the problem. Everyone thinks it is an interview. It's like, I'm here to be your date for the, you be your boyfriend or girlfriend for the, I think that's what the weird thing for me about it is.
It's not like just meeting them naturally and hey, you got their number and let's go grab coffee or something like that.
Because that's how I feel. He tried to equate it to the same thing. He tried to say, oh, you meet people and you just go out. So you can do that in person. Like to me, it's the stranger danger.
Yeah, but then you got to go outside.
Twitter said she was on POF. Oh, you was fucking. You was.
Nah, wait. I got one better for you.
Was fucking.
Hold on. She was on POF. Yo, if you were on Tagged, you was fucking.
No me.
I was on Tag when Tag first
No
came
me
out. I was fucking.
loves
No,
tag.
Tag.
I hate to put my girl out there. My girl know me. Love that fucking tag.
Yo, they on that new version. I'm on the old Tag from way back in the days.
I
You had to
remember.
make up your whole profile page and everything, nigga. That was different. That was back in MySpace days and shit like that. How long Tags has been around?
Her account and then picks it back up and
Oh
you know
my God.
at one remember that's the one you had to buy the little animals from people. You had to acquire the
Yeah.
You
Nomi.
had to what?
Nomi. She loves that.
You had to collect stuff.
You
to
had
be
to
able
buy
talk to
the animals.
people.
You would buy those little animals. You get all this money and you start buying people. You buy people rather.
Oh,
The
Lord.
people. I buy you.
What kind of fucking app was this?
That was tagged.
I think
I
Black.
don't remember that Tag.
I think
That
Black
wasn't Tag.
Space,
That
Facebook,
was tagged.
IG, Twitter. I think not Twitter
They
because
said
that's more
Black
globally.
Planet went off.
I think Black Planet, MySpace.
I never was on Black Man.
Black Planet. God damn, my nigga. I got a lot of ass off that site.
That was enough. I didn't need to be on a dating app. That was enough to find who was local.
Yo,
Like my you like
facts.
shit on my page. All right, let me
Wait,
inbox
was
you.
y'all dating or humping? Because it sounds like Tone was out there
Listen,
humping.
it could be
I was
both.
humping.
It could be
I was
both.
humping.
I found my first girlfriend on Black Planet.
Oh,
See, it worked.
what happened? Where is she now?
We was dating for years. We was dating for a
No,
couple
I
of years.
ain't find no girlfriend.
But
But I was humping on Black Planet.
20 back
yeah,
then.
I was humping then.
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
And then, like towards the end of my
it was-
MySpace era,
but
I
the
saw the
MySpace
Black Planet.
thing,
Oh
Black
my God, I
Planet,
was
you can put work in through that. You definitely meeting a lot of people. So I didn't need a dating app for that. But my thing is, if y'all ever watched please HBO. Go and watch the Ashley Madison. If you know what Ashley Madison is, it was a website made for people that was married to cheat.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was very popular. They had like
dirty.
over 80 million subscribers. It got
I'm
huge.
not surprised.
But I remember real time when this happened. They got hacked. Please watch the documentary.
Ooh.
They got hacked, and the people that hacked them, just to give y'all to not spoil everything, but I mean it's real time. I mean it's real life. They gave them an ultimatum. They told them to get rid of the website, cancel it. I don't shut it down, or we will expose every member's email
real
address,
info.
what they was talking, what they was saying, all that, right?
To their spouses.
Boy.
To
To
the
the
world.
world.
Oh shit. Okay.
And that was around the time where you can download shit, you know, you not Naps, but you had like LimeWire and all that type of stuff. You could download huge files like that. So they played them, but they tried to bribe them with money. They said, "We don't want your fucking money. We want you to shut this shit down."
No, that was someone's wife. that
They
hacked
they
him.
played they tried to play chicken with them, and they told them they had 30 days.
And they
On that 30th day, they released all the emails.
Ooh, how many senators and politicians?
Right.
They
Yeah,
had,
there were a lot of niggas fucked up.
but what made it worse, they still kept the website up after that, right? It's okay. We're gonna release a whole nother wave.
Big balls.
They released more information, more people profiles. The owner of the company, this motherfucker was running around telling people about how faithful he is with his wife. He knows that the people that go to this website have trouble with communication in their relationships. So this is why I know that I have great communication to counter this. So my marriage is 100% great. They pulled up all his emails. That was around the time of BlackBerry. So when you sent messages through BlackBerry, everything was email.
Yeah.
Dang.
It wasn't text messages. You were sending it through email. This man was he was hooking up with escorts. He was looking for girls that was barely 18. Some
And I'm
was
sure there were some
younger than
worse.
18. Certain things. They were showing like individuals that they were exposing. They said, I want threesome with this. I want 2 dudes and a girl. They was exposing everything.
This one who
Everything could be hacked.
That's to be more
And
careful.
that's the reason why I'm careful on Facebook and all that either. You can pull up my conversations, you're not going to get over sexual conversations. Even if a girl was to look at my story and say, damn,
Never that.
yeah, you handsome. The most you'll get out of me is thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Or the heart.
Yeah.
Or sometimes
TY.
I just don't respond. I got a lot of people I just don't respond. And sometimes I say thank you just out of respect of because I do content creation and I don't want to run somebody off of my content. So I just say thank you. It's a compliment. I say thank you.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? But that's a part of the reason why I would not go on dating apps or hookup apps and in the past and do that, because I always had a fear of technology of getting hacked. And these motherfuckers, the divorce rates was high. The lawyers was loving this shit. The divorce rates was high. Governors and that was in high office was getting exposed. The divorce, like people was committing suicide. It's crazy. I don't want to be a plug for but watch that shit. It's on. It's not on HBO. I'm sorry. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. Please watch it. It could probably help your relationship, it could help with communication.
My thing with the dating thing is that people pretend to be other things all day long, and I think I just get more of that. Like you can be whatever the fuck you want to be on a dating site. You don't have to be yourself. I don't have time for that shit. I don't have time. And there's scammers, and like there are people now. I don't know how my number has gotten out, and I did not give my number out on Myrtle Beach. Why I'm getting a hello. Do you want a job? Like I'm getting that. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
And at the time,
have you guys signed up for anything online?
No, I don't even. I'm so careful. I
just block them when I get them. Oh, they said, but if you start getting messages like that or stuff pops up, you may have been part of a data leak, like on underground internet. What's it called?
The black web.
The black web, or like the companies that got hacked. They get and that's how you start getting these random phone calls, emails,
every
and stuff
day
like that because your information's released. It's like I got one from a hospital that they had a breach and they have my social security number, my banking information, my name, my email. I'm like, well, what do y'all want me to do about it? You want me to change my identity at this point? Like you gave them everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all finish up. I'm out of here.
All right, take care, Tone. Will I see you next week?
Oh
no! I see you next week.
I don't know. We'll talk about it. See where I'm at. I'll talk to you throughout the week.
That dude on the couch on how high.
Okay. Yeah. Shut up shop. I'm all right. Hi, bitches.
Good night, Tone.
The mark of get the mark of Buddha.
No, literally the guy on the couch.
Okay. Do you like your name?
Hey yo, that is wild.
Do you like your name?
I was supposed to be Yasmin, but I ended up getting named after my great grandfather.
Are you Latina?
Nope. No.
Really?
No.
Wow.
My dad is actually from Baghdad and grew up in Iraq, and my mom is Italian.
You play the song in the background? Mom from Baghdad?
No. They used to call me Arab Money, but
oh no. And your mother is what? Shut the fuck
up. She's for real though. Although he has the turban on today. My mom is Italian and German.
Okay.
And then some other caucasity mixed in there. Yeah.
Getting the I'm sorry. That is so.
Do you like your name?
I am perfectly fine with my name. I'm named after my father, so I'm fine.
So then there's no.
What about you? You like yours?
I don't like PJ, but that's another whole.
That's what you gave me. Sorry. My real name, I'm beginning to like it.
Okay.
They say, what name would you have chosen for yourself?
What's your real name? How much you like it? What's your real name?
Kalina.
Hey, Kalina.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Hi, Kalina.
It's taking me some time to get used to it because I grew up among the Tashas and the Kims and the Nickis.
Right.
And people was calling me Karen. Like, I was like, if my name was Nikki.
Yeah.
If my name was Kiki.
Right. People called me Stephanie. And I'm like, that's not even close to Samantha. It's not even the same. Yeah. And it was like a common thing. They would always say that. I never understood it.
So you're Italian. They say Sam. Are you Sammy? Sam?
I am Sam to very few people. You have to be. Yeah. I mean, some people call me that and I don't say anything. But like if you're calling me that on a regular basis, you're someone I like deal with.
That's how Samantha. I know. If you spell my name, it's like we have this running saying.
Now,
right?
if you call me Marie, just Marie, now I really know that we go like way back.
If you call me my real name, you are from Michigan, or you got blood in our veins. Like there are people who do it to be funny because my license is on my wall, but people be funny. We have a running saying in my group, right? There's some people who know K-I, and my real spelling is K-E-K-E. It's Kiki. Okay. But if you people can tell, I can tell where I know you from when you text me. I can tell by that.
You said, so what name would you have picked for yourself? You said
Portia, my mother's name.
Portia. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I named my daughter after that. Like I got in trouble in second and third and fourth grade because I stopped writing my name and I used to write her name. Her name was just better. Like nothing. My whole name was just Jack. Now that she's not here and I know that she loved it. I kind of let people at my job call me that shit. If you call there and you ask for that name, they would say
Yeah.
who? They would not know who you talking about.
Right.
Kiki's on my badge. Like I'm like stop, because I'm not Catherine. I'm not Karen. Like stop what you doing.
Yeah.
Would you you have children?
I do not.
Would you, if you do, would you name them Sam Jr.? Like would you have a Samantha Jr.?
I have a junior. Probably not for a girl, just because I feel like there's better names. I like my name, but I think there's better names. Probably a boy though. I would probably be a Samuel before a Samantha.
Okay. Would you have the third?
Is
Oh,
there a
no.
third already we didn't know about? He had to think about that.
First of all, whoa. Team no kids. Oh no, I had to think about that. I thought about that in the past when I was in a serious relationship in the way back, and we actually was talking about kids. This when I was young. The first name that we thought of that it might be, it wasn't Kenneth. So I would have to think about that.
Yeah.
Now that my father is gone and try to continue the legacy, I know the importance of that. So
What if you had a second son? Would you be more apt to name at least one of them, Kenneth?
yeah,
Okay, but it wouldn't have to be firstborn.
no.
See,
Now,
I could get behind that.
if it's a girl, then I'll just.
Kendra.
No, because
My sister name is Kendra.
Oh,
Funny.
no.
My sister name is Kendra.
because it would be funny,
Like
like,
the
calling
Georges?
your daughter Kenneth Big Face Coleman the third. Like that would be weird. Like,
See, comments like that make me go get plastic surgery, and I'm gonna get a smaller head. You get a smaller head. Too many comments.
okay, so we're gonna get to some perspectives. Tone is not here, and he's good at perspectives. Perspectives. In case you no, I'm lying. Perspectives. Oh, I should do it right and wrong real quick. Right and wrong really quickly. You don't see with your eyes, you see with the dominant program that's in your mind.
True.
True.
Right. Okay. Right or wrong. Nature dictates when you desire sex.
Oof. Are we talking about like the moon cycle?
Nature however you
It
perceive
can.
these questions.
It can. And I feel like for women, especially because depending on how your cycle goes with which direction on the moon cycle can also
You can get in,
determine how
we
you
can get in.
feel.
I would love to get in that with you. Like, that's my shit.
Yeah.
PJ, does nature dictates when you have sex, right or wrong?
Yeah, true.
Because that rain.
Cornell, I know your daughter's name is Kalina. I do know that. White man. Nature dictates when you desire sex, not have it.
Desires?
Yes.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
In a scientific way.
Prime example.
Okay.
Wow.
You haven't had none in a while.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So you haven't had none in a while because I'm thinking of a personal experience. You haven't had none in a while. It's a snowstorm. You're inside the house. It's cold. It's snowing outside. It's cold. The nature, you want to be bundled up with somebody and you can't. It heightens that desire to I would rather be somewhere fucking somebody in a snowstorm or a rainstorm or thunderstorm. Sometimes it can set the mood. So
Yeah.
I say yes.
The desire, not
It increases it.
No, your dick is like, or your box is like.
You ever fuck somebody during a thunderstorm? All right, guys.
Indoor or outdoor?
Are you crazy?
Indoor or outdoor?
Outside? She's crazy.
All the senses make it good. You got to have other stimulation
it's
too
the
sometimes.
threat of that, you listen. It's gonna be a good
You
time
ain't
and a
gonna
good story
getting
to
choked
tell
out
if
in the
y'all die.
rainstorm. Body all slick
we
from the
said
elements.
Thunder,
Kiki.
my guy. We didn't say.
Well, you gotta have a little rain with the thunder.
Lightning.
Yeah, there's some
Because
lightning
where
on
there's
it.
rumbling, there's lightning.
He said there was something clapping.
Okay, right or wrong. Careers are ego projects.
Said careers are
Depends
ego.
on the individual.
Agree.
Explain.
Surprised enough, recently I saw an episode of SWAT, and the guy takes over a case because he felt like it was an ego booster to take the lead on it because it was a high profile case.
Right.
So, but really, it really just depends on that person. So for that guy, he's like, yeah, I want to build up my career.
Yeah.
I want to get higher up because it's an ego booster. For some,
Right.
it's like oh, I got a promotion. All right, cool.
Right.
So
I think people that strive for greatness and success, like you said, people that strive for greatness and success, you have to have some type of ego.
Yeah.
Right or wrong? Scottie Pippen says LeBron James should be compared to him instead of Michael Jordan.
Wrong.
Don't Scotty always want someone to talk about his
Scottie Pippen, the most attention-seeking, big-nosed, Cheeto-looking
He
motherfucker.
taking all the L's
But
this year and
here-
last year, you know. So I understand, but come on, Pippen.
So it's wrong to you? It's wrong?
I'm gonna say right.
You say
You think
right?
so?
I'm gonna say right because the level that Jordan is compared to LeBron is completely different. He's more like Pippen. If you think about LeBron,
You mean
is more like
play wise?
play wise. If LeBron is more like Pippen than Jordan.
See, my problem with that is,
That's a question. Are we talking about ego or skill now?
see, my problem with that is, I think characteristic-wise, like their length and stuff like that, they're comparable. But as far as like the gap on their skill set,
Yeah.
is so far different
Michael
that
Jordan,
I wouldn't even put you in. I wouldn't put Pippen in the conversation. That's like Magic Johnson. Like you find these forwards like Magic Johnson, Pippen. They're all like they can play multiple positions and stuff like that. I will say Magic Johnson first before I ever say Pippen. I think
can
he
see
said that statement with some truth in it, but he did that to boost his fucking self up. He was like,
He
"Yeah, let me throw my
always
name
got
in.
beef.
Let me throw my name in with one of the greatest,
What's
and I'm
trending-
good."
What's trending page? So if you
Fuck Jordan,
trending
and he don't like Jordan anyway. So
okay, right or
son
wrong?
piping his wife and shit.
No, they done broke up now.
They done
I
broke
mean, the
up.
dick has been in it,
It's been in there.
but it's been.
You said he's still smashed though.
Look, still hit. Right or wrong? When the character of a person is unclear, look at their friends.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Right or wrong? She
That's
says
right.
wrong.
I say no.
Explain.
I got a lot of crazy friends and I don't act nothing like them, but you better not try to say nothing to them when we're outside. I'll take care of it when we go back in, but you cannot judge me. I mean, to a certain degree,
Come on, think this over.
but no. I think it really depends on the individual.
You
Because
don't-
if you're that easily
not crazy?
influenced, crazy?
yeah, like your friends, you're not crazy. You have to.
No. Do I have a little crazy tucked down in there if I need it? Absolutely. Had you caught me 15 years ago, would I have answered
See?
differently? Yes.
All those same
But
friends with you
now-
15 years ago?
Some of them.
Come on.
Not all of them. Some of them.
You just
A
know
lot
how
of
to-
people
you
I
know
had to
how
leave though
disguise your
because I
crazy.
wasn't crazy.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
So the ones that hung around.
I can't live in Delulu. Like there is or there isn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me read that question for you again.
Um,
When the character of a person is unclear, look at their friends.
Definitely look at their friends. Those are usually your friends.
You really gonna say that though?
Yes.
Hang on.
Okay.
Yes. Because if I
Okay.
spent, especially if a person spends a lot of their time with their friends, they go out. Like if a huge part of your life is with your friends, I have to look at what's influenced you. What are you hanging around with? These are the same people that you trust your life with, you trust your thoughts with, you trust a lot of things with, and those type of influence does
If you have your own mind though.
you can have your own
We're not speaking of the thought processes being the same character, because I can't hang with a crackhead if I don't smoke crack.
Okay, fair
Like
enough.
you understand?
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like birds of a feather do flock together.
What?
That's the birds of a feather.
See, he couldn't even say it.
He said brothers of a feather flock together.
He couldn't even say
My
it.
bad.
We had
I
an
do not
affinity
fuck
when
like
Cole said, "Yo, converse." Now we get this.
I'm
My-
just thinking
my
about some
tongue
of the
is
people
still
he
in
hangs
Myrtle.
with and him, and I wouldn't think, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Birds of the feather flocks together.
Mm.
And I do feel like you are what you keep around you sometimes. Like, and if not, you can get judged by what you keep around you. And
No, you can definitely get judged. But that
and
doesn't mean I'm doing it.
but sometimes
Ike said, I agree. We are our surroundings.
I feel I made a post
Mhm.
and damn, I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it. I made a post and it's about friends. So you notice that every time a tragedy happens, or like the tragedy of the big titty girl
Yes.
that was at True Icon, what was the first thing that was said? Where was her friends?
Where was her friends?
Right? anytime a tragedy happens, every time something bad happens, the first thing we always say is, where's this person friends? We put the friends on a pedestal, and we feel like the first person that should say something to you should be your friends. I feel like her friends should have been the first person to say something to her. I feel like whenever we out and about and we in a situation, say we out in a situation, you about to do something wild, I feel like your friend should be the first one to step in to control you, to say, yo, chill the fuck out.
If they're a real friend.
If they're real friends.
If they're real friend.
Guess what?
Agreed.
If wild shit is always happening and your friends is never stepping in and they're enabling you,
those aren't your friends.
They could be your friends. They could be your friends.
Yeah.
You might accept the enable. They y'all might be just as much as the same. They're y'all about the same shit. You don't have nobody that will help you process situations better.
Right.
So I feel like, yes, to circle back around to answer your question, yes, I think friends are very important as far as judgmental and judging a person and showing the characteristics of a person.
Okay. And let's do a B. Why do we excuse behaviors from folks that we like just because they are who we like? But then you will get online and clock and do all this wild shit online to somebody that you don't fucking know. Why does that happen?
Do we excuse it or do we talk about it where people can't see it? Because if it's your friend, it's a different level of discussion sometimes. I feel like.
Or not a discussion.
Or not at all.
Yeah, some people let their friends.
I've literally had people I just quit hanging out with because, that's who they are.
I think people love to put strangers and celebrities on a higher pedestal than they do themselves.
Well, it's not realistic. They're not hurting. In their mind, they're not hurting anyone's feelings.
You don't.
Anyone that they know.
So I would rather have my friend have a moment of discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
And me be honest with her and me tell my friend, like I'm trying to not use the word hurt your feelings, because if I'm your friend, I shouldn't hurt your fucking feelings. Like you,
correct.
You understand what I'm saying? But we do that.
No, I've had that issue with a couple of close friends recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've stopped talking, and I'm like, I should be able to tell you the truth. Like you shouldn't feel that I'm coming to you in a negative manner, attacking you because I'm just saying something that hurts, because you're like, well, shit, I really got to process this.
It doesn't feel good. I'm sure.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it because I want you to hurt. I'm saying it because I feel like if you work on it, you could be better for yourself, so you don't even have to suffer.
And then our friendship
that emotion.
Grow. Like,
correct.
Relax.
Correct.
You done? So now I'm gonna try to go to I think I should have y'all back. Can y'all come back next week? I think Tom's not gonna be here because I got so much shit in here. I got 37 pages of shit.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
Definitely had a break.
Well, I guess we're on the summer series, Casey. We found our job for the summer.
Okay, I'm gonna do a few perspectives and then we can get out of here. We start a little.
Don't have your mom come in here yelling saying you can't do the show.
Oh, my bad.
I'll call her, Miss Bev. No, I'll call her. I'll call her. She'll say yeah. Okay, perspective. Never sit at a table where your mother isn't or wasn't welcome and respected.
True.
Okay. Food for thought. Please, for your mental health, take mixed signals as a no.
True.
People who fuck with you will give you your answers. Even if it's yes, they'll say no. They'll say you don't have to guess. Correct?
Yes.
Food for thought. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look just the same. Food for thought. Feel free to ring this bell because I'm a bell ringing nigga. You know this.
Well, for the last one.
Perspective. This ties into today's show. Time to outgrow your lazy and unambitious friends. That shit is contagious.
And is. And you can't enjoy when you're motivated. You can't enjoy what you got going on because they get upset and they don't realize what it takes to be able to be doing the fun stuff.
Correct. Food for thought. What you teach is what you tolerate. Please be mindful of what your lesson plan contains. I don't know who needs to hear this. There's a strength in recovering and getting over hard times. So give yourself some grace.
Give yourself a lot of grace and tell yourself sorry.
I don't know who needs to hear this. Fuck that student driver sticker. Drive that motherfucker or move.
You in the road. You gotta adapt. I know it's scary, but stay on the back roads.
Move.
I'm not gonna honk though. I'm gonna be angry in my car.
I had a driver instructor almost get us in an accident.
Hell no.
Really?
Yeah.
As you were the student.
I was a student. We was getting on 50 from 495. We was getting on 50.
Okay. It's funny because we got a 50.
And the car was 2 lanes over.
Oh no.
the instructor thought the car was right next to me. So when I was merging over, he yanked the wheel
I'd have
back.
punched him.
I said, "Get me the fuck out this car."
Surely you passed. Surely you passed.
It was terrible.
Did you pass? Because I'm telling
That day was terrible. It was bad, but I had to, you have to do hours. So I had a different instructor the next day. We went all the way around the Beltway. She got me on the highway, got me all around the Beltway. Good. But that motherfucker that yanked that wheel, I was ready to punch him in his face.
I'm from Michigan.
I would have.
And guess what? We had our driver's course out back of our school.
And you got them damn Michigan lifts. No, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
No,
ma'am.
thank you.
I don't know who needs to hear this. You were betrayed because you revealed things to people you love, not people who loved you.
Facts.
And heart talks more to the head than the head talks to the heart. One last thing, and you gotta remember that. You don't think so?
No, because the brain actually controls everything. It's a myth that the heart runs it. But go ahead.
It's called weak-minded individuals.
Correct. The fact that you think it's two different operating centers might be the issue.
Okay. I don't know who needs to hear this. It would surprise you the people that are not solid all the while showing up in that space.
Say that again.
It would surprise you the people that are not solid at all while showing up in that space.
Oh, sending their representative and not their true character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot.
One last one. Oh, only fuck with those who you can trust with your eyes closed and your back turned.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, another fine Monday.
Yes.
I thank y'all for showing up.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You want to give where they can find you at?
So I have two places. I'm Samantha Marie on my personal page on Facebook, and then it's Mary J. Marie Event Services for my business page, and also Mary J. Marie 31_ on Instagram.
Mary Jane. You can read in between that if you want to.
Mary Jane.
You, Mr. Coleman.
But I do uninfused things.
No.
Indeed.
You can, give really quickly.
Oh no. So I do have an event services and catering company. So we do mobile bartending, catering, lemonade stands, face painting, stuff like
What's
that.
What's that little stuff you got in the stand over there? What's that?
Oh, what, the infused things?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so the infused things we do like gummies, drinks. I can also do cotton candy, ice cream, chips, whatever you want. But I believe in non-pharmaceuticals. So if you need help with pain management or anxiety or depression or anything like that, hit us up. We can help you out.
The fuck I'm talking about you.
Indeed. Yes, my name is Mr. Coleman, aka KC, aka PJ, aka non-big face. You can find me on Facebook, Mr. Coleman, just like that. TikTok, IG _ Mr. Coleman. I do spoken word. I do content creation. I actually have a show coming up this Friday. I will be featured. It's called the R&B Experience, R&B and Poetry Experience. This is the third show they have ran. Both shows was professional, great, a vibe. So was luckily chosen to be on the first show. I couldn't make it because of work. I was chosen to be on the second show. Nice. Couldn't make it because of work. This go around, I am available. So I will be on the show. Please check my pages out. Once again, it's Mr. Coleman on Facebook _ Mr. Coleman on IG and TikTok. You will see the flyers and the Eventbrite link there. Check me out. Come out, support. Listen, I love doing the show. I am definitely a Real Talk Uncensored veteran. I've been around here for years, and it's always an honor and a pleasure to come to the show and be a special guest.
Well, I'm honored and humbled that you guys accepted my invitation. Thanks for reaching out to me. Thanks for asking. We are Real Talk Uncensored on IG, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and somewhere else. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to help Twitter. I'm trying to help our fan base grow. If y'all like what we talking about, tell a friend. We see y'all next Monday. I'm Kiki. We out of here. Peace.
All right.